Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Someone says, what's the future? Vaughn Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What's going on, guys? So I was on a bit of a budget, a bit of a time crunch when I came up with that. Apparently, it's not a popular intro. That's fine. But regardless, we are here to talk about Stranger Things. Now, I had a list of stuff I was going to work on today, and then I was going to cap off the day by talking about this. But I ended up spending more time because I immediately was happy about this, and then I kind of went into it. And my opinions started to change throughout the day, and they will continue to change probably about this series finale. But why don't we just get right on into introducing the guests? Please, ladies and gentlemen, it's a panel show, so of course we got our panel members. First of all, what's up, man?
It was can't be embarrassed, man. There's nothing more embarrassing than actually watching Stranger Things season 5 and coming across and being like, man, that was good. That's embarrassing. Sorry, my kids got me distracted.
We'll get into that. But next up, we got see what intro. I'll play this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Good job.
What's going on? We got a whole panel of people. We got Nick Phoenix from Phoenix Press. We got Darnell Quigley, and we got Cyfax. How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
Yeah. So
Pretty
why
good.
don't we?
They put a dick in it, made it Layman gay.
All right. So let's go ahead. We'll go through our kind of the round circle. We'll start with like when did we first get into Stranger Things? Our thoughts on the finale. I'll start. So I remember it was like the week it came out. I saw it was like a Chris Stuckman review, and I was like, I've never heard of Stranger Things. And then he was just praising it, and I was like, oh my god. And it was right. I was just getting into a lot of 80s movies at the time. I was in film school. I was in I was at New York Film Academy at the time. It was like a summer program, and it was that weekend. I'm watching it. I'm like all in. Like I had, I was in Halloween and all these movies, and it was all this like 80s nostalgia stuff and it hit me at the perfect time. And I was just totally enthralled with the series. And I remember telling everyone, "Oh, you guys, have you guys seen Stranger Things? You got to check it out." I was telling everyone around me to. And I remember getting excited when season 2 dropped, and when season I was just enthralled with this series. It was so good. And then I remember I was like, I enjoyed every season of it. Season 2 I didn't like as much, or 3 I didn't like as much, and then 4 I think most people kind of agree is where it was like 4 we were like, yes, it's like we're right back up there with 1. And then I remember I was like so hyped for this season. I can't believe how long it's been between 4 and 5. It's been a really long time. 3 years. Crazy how time flies. And I remember this season, what shocked me was I was just, because I didn't really hype myself up too much. I'm like, oh, I know it's going to be good after season 4. And I remember the first review I saw was like, now I don't trust IGN, but it was like, oh, this isn't very good. And I'm like, normally they glaze everything. That's weird. And I remember watching the first episode and I was like, I think it's good. But I wasn't like season 4. Like as soon as it started, I was like, this is different. I didn't have that feeling with season 4.
Really?
Yeah, season 5 start was like it wasn't great. Like I mean, you wanted to like it just because
it wasn't bad.
Season 4's dropped like the wave. Season 4 ended and everything. You wanted to like season 5 because you're like, hey, it's a return to form.
I expected
everything's going well.
Yeah, season 3 was
season 5 started like season 4 didn't happen almost.
Pretty
like
much,
season
it was like a fresh start.
It was like a 2-year gap from the end of 4 to 5, so it made sense to me that it wasn't the same feel.
Yeah, why do a 2-year
like
gap?
That.
I don't mean like real life 2 year. I mean in the show 2-year gap.
No, I know. Why write that? That's dumb.
Because the kids
kids
look
got
old
older.
as fuck.
But I did see somewhere that
Dude,
that was
that
was
opening
always the
scene.
they always had that plan when they decided to have that to happen to Hawkins. I read somewhere that the Duffers did have that plan to have a time jump anyway.
That's a
Supposedly, they've
stupid
always had a
plan.
plan for everything. When if you look at the show, it's very obvious they've been firing from the hip since from the very start.
Yes.
The Duffer Brothers are fucking liars.
100%. Yeah, no, they never planned
Well,
past season one.
they did what most
Gorgon,
shows.
Mind Flayer. Oh wait, no, Vecna's the villain. No,
I disagree with all of that.
Has been the villain.
I disagree with all of that. I think they did
Well,
have a plan. I'm the same age as these guys. I'm the same age as these guys. I get it. I get where they're
They
coming
did
from.
what they did what most of these new shows do, where they didn't know if they were going to get a season 2 or not. So they're like, "Hey, let's write a banger first
It
season."
would plan to be an anthology series, like American Horror Story.
That's what they say. Everybody says that about their show, and then all of a sudden you get to the ending of their show, and you're like, "This was your plan the whole time? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
This is
They
trash.
want people
Like,
to keep watching
that's
the
not
show.
right.
I see I'm the minority here. I like the ending.
They have to try to get people to watch the next season. So it's a lot more of a sell to be like, oh no, we do have it planned out, rather than being honest. Like, I get it. Like, if you're gonna be honest, you're gonna lose people probably to be like, yeah, we have no plan.
Yeah,
I think they had a
don't-
plan.
I think so. Getting into this season, I was kind of going ups and downs, but it wasn't like 4 where I was like, this is good. This is good. Like, there was some stuff in 4 I wasn't crazy about, but most of it I really liked. But
I find they captured the 80s really well at 4.
I think
Like
what
the whole-
happened
the
with
demonic panic and shit.
Season 1 and season 4 were like obviously the standouts, and those like that 80s feel, which is what people really liked about the first season, because it's like, so the first season drops, and then you have stuff like it comes out, so there's like there's a lot of that 80s nostalgia that was coming around at the same time, and a
Both
lot
starring Finn Wolfhard, by the way.
yeah.
and so they were both really good. They had that feel. It was all good, and then they had those couple seasons that sucked. It was like season 2 and season 3 were pretty mediocre. Season 4 comes out, and it's like, okay, let's kind of bring that back. And then season 5 just goes off into like this
I don't like girls.
Such a weird field. It was like, there's that ending that doesn't help. Like when your penultimate episode drops something like that, that is not a good start.
Okay.
Well, didn't drop
The fact
anything
that
though.
nobody called Will the F slur. Any
Right,
of the villain
yes.
characters, nobody. There is not.
no,
That's important. That's honestly important. Very important, because
like
the
the
lack.
season 1, episode 1, his mom kind of implies that people do though.
Okay, but
Hopper says that in the first
we have.
episode.
Whoa.
They
That's
call
the
her
first
slurs.
episode.
First episode.
We have
Well, there
all
are no
these years.
slurs.
Wait,
There is a
let me-
physique lack of slurs.
Okay,
Yeah,
we have
but
all
like
this
I said,
time.
his
There's
mom
no
says it.
slurs said. The thing is when he comes out and there's zero resistance, why should we care? Why is it this big moment? Well, because we're supposed to assume that because the 80s people were homophobic.
This
No,
is
no, no. You
Nowhereville
can't
in
do that. You
Indiana.
have to
If
write
this was
that in.
Chicago or New York, I could buy it. But this is like Nowhereville, Indiana.
Okay, time out. Y'all are all both correct. But everyone forgets one major thing, and I'll die on this hill. In the 80s, did any of us have a group of friends?
Are you dying because you're running up that hill, Dar?
Yes. Yes. No. So none of us in the 80s, no one in the 80s, had a group of friends that we actually stopped the world from ending multiple times. Had a friend kidnapped and taken to another fucking dimension.
Yeah,
Put
so
your
being
hand in
gay,
this.
they're like, yeah, oh, you're gay. I mean, dude, we helped you get
Think-
sure, buddy.
You're
whatever.
making this worse.
Think about it.
You can like somebody and feel very uncomfortable about their life choices. Like
You can,
I have
but
friends that are leftists that they talk about effing unicorns. I don't like that they talk about effing unicorns, but they're still my childhood friends, and I still hang out though. I just ask them
Once
not to
again,
talk about effing unicorns.
Have you and those friends have bonded through almost dying multiple times over the course of 3 years?
Oh
No,
my
it
god!
doesn't
So
mean I get uncomfortable when they talk about that crap.
Hey man, I've had weekends where I've stayed up for like almost 48 hours playing the new Final Fantasy drop, and I know you're only supposed to be able to stay up for like 50 hours, so we came close, you know?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
the
You're
whole
just
point.
edging it. You're edging it.
So wait,
The whole, I mean,
Yeah,
the
we
thing
were
about
edging
saying
that
that
cycle.
before,
Bad sauce.
when shit's as no, let me get my point in.
Okay.
When things are as important as they are, they have like only 5 minutes, which is like basically no time. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop everything so I can come out of the closet. Look, I've had people come out of the closet to me, 2010 pass. And it's always like, okay, cool, thumbs up. If that was happening and shit was going down, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
It's like,
then,
I don't care that you're gay.
Here's the thing.
I don't care that you're gay, Will. I care that there's this person that's trying to destroy reality.
Okay,
so let's.
Can
All right, Tom,
okay.
can I talk? Hold on. Can I talk for a second?
No. You're the young one here. You
You're
can't
acting,
talk.
you're acting like it's your show.
You're the
You're
child.
acting like it's your show,
All right.
dude.
I
Get out of
thought,
here.
here's the thing. So, because like I had a couple of my friends that came out growing up, but it was never like that. But I get it's the 80s. But like to me, it was like if I found out a friend was gay, he'd bring up that he was gay. And I'd be like, cool. Oh, like good for you, man. I mean, I already normally it was all I already knew. To be honest, I was like, yeah, well, we kind of
You
figured
either
that
knew
out.
it or you highly suspected it. Like,
yeah.
I had a feeling, bro.
But to be fair, in the 80s, I wasn't alive then. But my understanding is it wasn't as much like it. I think the biggest problem people had with it was such an odd time.
Well, hold on.
Yes.
To happen.
Hold on.
That's the biggest thing.
Okay,
And,
yes. Initially, I did too, but then I sat and looked at it. Okay, now follow me here.
Bro, this is such hard cope, dude.
No,
So-
you're not. No.
I think the biggest problem in
Hold
general
on.
this season is the pacing. One of the biggest problems.
Yes, agree, 100%.
So odd.
Okay, so the timing was off for a scene that long. Had he just been like, "I'm gay," okay, fine, we move on. No one would be. Well, people would still be bitching that. Yo, he
Why
said
do you
he's
have to
gay.
call a whole town hall meeting?
Exactly, but
That was
then,
weird. Yeah.
but then
Stop
I
everything
rewatched.
you're doing.
I rewatched the first 7 episodes again. I was okay. Look, that's his big hurdle to tapping into all his power. Got it. Awesome. And it was hard for him to say. Got it. It shouldn't have still not have been 5 fucking minutes. If you
But
didn't
hold
take that
on,
long for it to do it, move it earlier in the season.
But here's the problem with that. Right? Okay. So the coolest shit
He did it for himself, not for them.
Hold on. The coolest shit he does with his powers is in episode 4, 3 episodes prior to him coming out. Right?
I
If
think
you got
ripping
me wrong-
Vecna's arm off is pretty powerful as well, and stopping
Literally
him too.
speaking through Vecna. Like, come on, that's some.
He
Like,
did that
hardcore stuff.
before he came out, though. In episode 5.
But
So my point is,
Vecna easily kicked him out of his brain because he still had doubts in his head.
No, not easily. It took some effort. It did. Take
all right,
some
but
effort.
but
It was
who
easy.
did- all right, so first of all, but that
He
thing
kicked him
is-
out because he's like, but gay though, and he just booted him. You know.
But, so you're saying that Vecna is weak against the rainbow? Okay, I'm writing that down on his character.
Yeah, even though one of his actual
New Year.
introductions, there's that whole rainbow bridge or that whole rainbow painting in like season 4 when
Yeah, the
he's
rainbow
shown.
room.
Yeah,
The
no,
rainbow room.
it's not like he's gay or anything. Like
Murray's
he's gonna be like,
Murray's
he's like, you're
"I've
gay,
never
I'm
met
gay.
this kid."
There's a reason that they work so well together. It's like I'm gay too. Duh. I mean, look
Oh
at the
my
way that he was
God.
introduced. Give me a break.
I think that all right. So first of all, I think one of the main things I think people are fixating on this too much. But to be fair, the show itself also did fixate on this pretty heavily. So that being
No, it was
said,
particularly bad. Like very
Oh,
bad.
Bobby, 12 hours to film the
There's
scene.
lots of bad things about it. It's just this is like the shining torch on the hill.
Right.
I
and
just don't think I think there were worse things in that episode.
Just think of, okay.
But episodes
the reason this
of this
the
season
reason the
is egregious.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
episode,
episode
the
6
worst,
is-
the 2 of the worst scenes. That's why when they got to this scene, it was like nothing in comparison because the scenes to get here. Okay, the fucking laundry room scene was horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh,
hey, you know
yeah.
Jurassic Park? What if we made it as shitty as humanly possible? I could not believe that the shit with the mom. She gets out of there and she's like, and then she goes.
I'm
in
gonna
and
bring a
kills him.
bunch of oxygen tanks
Yeah.
down and
Justice
put
for
them in the
Mr.
dryer.
Wheeler, the most useless character in the show.
look.
Like, how many lines? The guy has like maybe 3 lines the entire series.
the reason people are having problems with this finale is because they give a sitcom finale to a freaking sci-fi kind of horror fantasy. They give a sitcom finale. That's what it felt like.
I didn't
Dude,
It
mind
felt
it.
like a sitcom finale.
Think
Like
back to
something-
80s movies you've watched. A lot of them ended just like that.
Well, exactly, but that's
But that's what they're going
not a
for. That's what they-
sci-fi it's not a sci-fi fantasy though.
Movies
Like,
too did the same, kind of the same thing in the same genre.
That wasn't
genre.
my problem. But There was so many.
It was
The
a
Duffers
very
are going for an 80s
sitcom-
feel.
It was a sitcom. It was
All right,
a
so we're-
sitcom ending. to
We're
this.
jumping
It
around.
wasn't
Let's
right.
wait
Yeah.
before we get to the ending. Let's talk
Let's get
about the
chronological.
and then you'll get a big chronological. But one of the main
Let's
things that will
let's
say,
podcast better like they do on Stranger Things. The characters.
Oh, by
All
the
right,
way,
let's
it
start
was
with
announced
season
that the actor
2.
for
Go to
Will
season
is
3.
starting
Go to
a watch
season
along
1.
podcast.
I'm with you on Dale. I think that was the best part was the epilogue, but the 17th. But the thing is, they rushed to the path to that ending. I think the final note it ended on, I really
It's
liked.
it's like the idea was good, but when you think about it for more than 2 seconds, it all falls apart. and
That's
it's
what I
just
kind of felt.
really
Like
stupid.
I made this post about how great it was, and then I kind of sat on it, and I'm like, wait.
It's an ending by committee. Like this entire ending is the safest possible ending they could do to please all the corporate overlords. Like, or we want an emotional ending, but we want to like set up for stuff. We want to like maybe kind of thing. Oh, drop monotalk. Like we want teasing for future stuff, but ending it's corporate and safe.
It was we were thinking that too. Like I was watching with Hold My DualShock. If you guys know those guys, great people, whatever. But yeah, as we're watching it, it was super freaking underwhelming. Like the whole time we're just like, this is it. Like especially the first hour. The first hour we were like, there's a reason they made this an hour and 40 some odd minutes, because that first hour was boring as hell. Like it was just like it was just nonstop.
I think they thought they were like, this is the shit, dude. We got this. And
yeah, but it's like, to be fair, like what they did, they combined those. It was probably going to be like those typical, almost like 9 episode things, and then they realized, hey, if we drop this 1 hour, everyone's going to lose it. Like they're just going to fall off because it's so boring. So we need to combine these last 2 because of how bad it was. And they're like, okay, let's have the big climactic thing. Because so many of these new TV shows and whatever, they do the penultimate episode is usually the better episode. And then the ending episode is kind of like, this kind of sucks. Like a lot of Game of Thrones stuff does that or whatever, where it's like, oh, let's do 9 episodes. The 8th episode has the big battle, the crazy shit happens, and then the 9th episode is like, let's talk about the aftermath of it. And you're like, that was boring as hell. So
does anyone remember
let's
Return of the
combine
King?
them.
Like Return of the King had like half hour, 45
85
minutes.
endings.
yeah, like 4 or 5
Like
endings.
Gollum went and like the movie still had like an extra 45 minutes left on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to
I
defend
love
that,
Lord of the Rings, but that is a problem.
I still watch it.
nobody had been in the theaters really for that long. Like it was one of the longest movies at the time, so it was just like people were not used to that, and people wanted to get in the bathroom and kind of leave at that point. But whatever, that's yeah, buddy, dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
I like how Bathos just has Twitter in his background. That's great.
Me? Who does?
The Bathos just has Twitter in the background. It's just a bunch of children yelling. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That might connect in your head, but okay. So
No,
here's
I'm
one
not
of the
dissing
things.
the child. I'm saying I'm dissing Twitter. Like
They did not turn him gay. They turned the bowl cut kid gay. Bobby has never seen the show. He's literally just celebrating. He's just trying to justify the fact that he never watched the show, which you should have. It's good, but the ending. Here's the thing. The ending was I think the last episode was better than the rest of the season, but that's not saying a ton.
I disagree.
Really? Well,
I just think it was all just straight ass, like really bad. Like I can't believe I forgot. Like, dude, what happened to Dustin's girlfriend?
Okay,
dude, yeah,
so
she just. All right, here comes
So,
Darnell.
Broke up off screen.
Let's
she
get
also
everyone's thing,
she
'cause
also
I
tried to
was-
run up the hill and had a heart
do
attack.
you really think the parents would let them date after the shit that happened in season 4
Why didn't they write that,
No.
Daryl?
or 3?
Darnell, why didn't they write that? You can't write
Wait,
for
what do you
this
mean
show.
in season 4?
Why waste time?
I was half expecting
Three,
when they
three, I
showed
meant
Dustin
three.
at the college.
Why waste
I
time?
was
Did
half
you watch
expecting
season
him.
5? It
I
was a
was half
waste of time.
expecting that. I was half expecting.
They
the
knew they
girl
wasted
to
enough time. They
college.
couldn't waste any more.
All right. Well, first of all, Stranger Things. I want to touch on this, and then we'll get back to all these things they didn't put, because there's so much to talk about. But I think the I like butt steak is assault. You've never seen the show, Bobby. You've literally never seen the show. You're just not with that stuff.
Bobby likes butts confirmed,
Yeah, I
No,
agree.
well, the thing is, most of
He
my
likes
takes
men's butts. Got it.
You will hear
and he
is I
cannot
like-
lie.
He likes to be all
and I
up in
don't
butt
like to
steak.
hear-
He just likes to be way up in butt steak. You know.
All right, no. Anyway, so the explaining scenes they used to be charming. This season, especially this volume 2, there was like multiple per episode. It wasn't like one every couple episodes. It was like 3 or 4 an episode, and it bothers me when there's multiple characters. So here's what they do: they want everyone in the scene to say something. Guys, when you're hanging out in a room with friends, there are times where like one of you won't talk for a bit, and maybe 2 people dominate the conversation. That's okay. That's fine. But this time, like everyone has their time to shine. So instead of everyone contributing an idea, it is everyone contributes like half of an idea, and they complete each other's sentences. It was so cringe. And it got really old.
Then when you add in like 6 new characters,
and then here's the thing.
Yeah,
you take
way
this,
too many characters.
and then you have this, and then it's like every time take household
like a
objects.
bunch of people who don't really know each other that are all completing each other's sentences. That doesn't add up. And like some of them are like adults and some are children, and you're like, these people wouldn't match up like this, and let alone be able to be like, oh, I know what he's talking about. Like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah,
Murray doesn't know half the people in that room.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a good group. It just like
What
they needed
helped
to
it for me-
narrow down characters. Take them out.
What helped it for me was trauma bonding. Over the course of years, these people have been together, and they granted that all was one core unit. But at some point, these
Well, not
groups
all of
all
them
kind
have
of
been
bonded
together.
somehow.
That
I'm
that
not
I can give
justifying.
you.
I'm not justifying
that
the
I
whole
can-
thing.
I can actually
I'm not
give that
justifying
to you.
that.
I
That doesn't
I
find
give that to you.
unproposed
The trauma
you.
bonding, the trauma bonding idea, that's fine. I can agree with you on that too. Like I understand that aspect of it, but to the degree that everyone
No.
is facing the same
No.
thing, no,
I
because
agree.
not
I
all those
know, I
people
agree.
experience the same thing.
I agree. I'm just saying
They
that's
like
what helped me to be
anti-trauma
okay with it.
bonded though with the freaking Nancy and the what's his name?
Oh god, you
unproposed.
mean Rambo?
So-
I
So are they
unproposed
only
you, Nancy.
wait? Are they wait? Are they only trauma bonding when it fits your explanation for the narrative, and they're anti bonding when it doesn't? You know what I mean?
What?
Like you can't say like, oh, they're trauma bonding, that's why they're so connected, and then we can see evidence of that not happening later.
I mean, it's just bad writing on that part.
Robbie, again, has never seen the show.
Never seen a single phrase.
Never seen
somehow
any
has the
Stranger
best-
Things.
It somehow has the best takes ever, Bobby.
Yeah, he
God
goes.
damn it, Bobby.
He goes. Don't think sucks. Very surface level interpretation of the material. Sophomoric, actually. Again,
Best show ever.
again, he's like sending me memes of the show, and it's like, dude, you don't even get the context for any of this.
Like I could hand Bobby a box of Eggo waffles and be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?"
Yeah, but explain. No. But so,
Clearly, you're trying to power up L. Duh.
well, dude, this is
We
another
gotta
thing.
charge your battery, guys. We gotta
So,
charge your battery.
You know what it was? So season 4 was like all of the best things from the first 3 seasons, right? So the first season, I think we all agree. I haven't rewatched
Basically,
it,
yeah.
but it's like the gold standard, right?
Yeah, we watched
Then
it.
the
a few
second
times,
one was better in some ways, not as good in others, right? Do we agree on that? Like there's things that Steve Harrington
Episode 8 of season 2 needs to die in a fire.
I don't remember that. Was that 8 or was that which is the
That
one
was
That was
with
the
eight,
that was
yeah.
a spin-off attempt.
I thought that was the
Isn't that
7
the
episode.
Cali?
I had
that's
no
the
problem
Cali
with the episode.
right?
Of course you
Isn't
did.
it
All right, so
the
now
Cali
I'm against you, dude. You see what
Why can I
happened?
not like something? Why can I not like something?
That was
You're
another
not
thing. They
allowed.
obviously
Ready?
had a plan to potentially go through more of
Uh-huh.
the other kids, and then once they realized how much people hated 8, they're like, yeah, let's just not go down that
And
route.
then, but
Right.
then I felt so sad when I didn't give a shit when she died.
They
I was like,
barely
bro,
even used her. Like they brought her back for like 1 or 2 things. And
I'm
they
kind of
brought her
pissed.
back
complained the entire
because,
time.
and this is one of the things I was calling is because I realized like after season 4, I'm like they really don't have the balls to kill anyone off. I was like, no one's gonna die this season. Maybe 11, but I don't even know if they'd commit to that.
That was
At first,
such
he's
a
like,
poor
possibly
choice.
will, and then I was like, oh, they brought this girl. Oh yeah, she's done. Because that's the thing with Eddie. As soon as they introduced Eddie Mudson, like, wow, we love him. I'm like, yeah, no, he's dead.
Well, like
To be fair, he had a good death.
even watching
He had a good death,
watching the finale when Kali, whatever her name is, number 8, whatever, when she dies or whatever. As soon as that happened, when we're watching it, I literally typed out to freaking hold my DualShock. I was like, watch her come back for the last hoorah, and she gets the last word in. And then we're like, yeah, we'll see. And then 30 minutes later, ta-da, like something happens with her, or Mike explains it that way. So it's like, did that happen or did that not happen? They leave it up in the air, but it's still there.
We got to dive deep into that later because I got, obviously I think we all have a lot to say that. I do want to say one thing. Will being a sorcerer and them calling him a sorcerer. Do you know how retarded that is? Because I know you guys, some of you guys don't know D&D.
They get like the
sorcerer was not a thing.
It didn't become a thing until like 2011, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Sorcerer wasn't a thing because they're doing the first edition during the 80s. Sorcerer was not a thing.
Second edition was a thing in the 80s, I believe. Like, when did second edition come out?
It was 80s. Edition was 89. Second edition was 89. I looked this up. So the thing is,
that's when I started playing.
Call him a sorcerer because that's like a newer thing, and because the magic's innate, because they're basically being like you're born gay. It's
Wait, that's
no, that's why they did it, because they're like, why else? It doesn't make sense. He wasn't born with the powers.
He was born this way.
That's how. See, that to me, I was like, that's how they're relating in their heads. They know he wasn't born with the powers, but they're young kids. You make shit up in your head when you're a kid. Like, I have no problem with that.
The sorcerer wasn't a class.
I know.
In the 80s. So they're basically saying,
like I told Vaughn before I got here backstage.
Like, why don't they just do psionic? Psionic's first thing in D&D.
Like I told Vaughn,
they could have done the
psionic. When it was just me and him in the first link you sent out. I think the problem with this show is we watch it with 2025 eyes, that we nitpick every single fucking thing about
almost
it.
Like it came out in 2025.
We can't just
it was being made by it was with 2020 people.
But I mean,
they were doing it.
If an older monster shoots his tentacle juice down your throat when you're 11, wouldn't you maybe become gay too?
Like, can we not like?
Okay, I think Bat Sauce
that literally happened. That literally happened.
Bat Sauce watched the porno parody of Stranger Things confirmed.
What?
That was Cyfax.
That was my take.
As for Kali, I think they fucking dropped the ball big time. I found when they brought her back this season. No, I found when they brought her back this season. No, my first thought was she's working for the fucking Mind Flayer, because if you notice that they all bleed from the left nostril, she was bleeding from her right. So did Vecna when it was a human, he bled from his right. I thought she was working for the fucking Mind Flayer.
I took that as like she has different.
That would have been an awesome thing to add to the last episode, but they fucking drop that ball.
I actually kind of thought the Mind Flayer thing too.
There's so much stuff about
I thought the nostril thing was actually because she uses a different power set than them. Because everyone else has like telekinesis. She has like illusions. Yeah.
Do you remember the air with the upside down was toxic?
Yeah.
And you had to be very careful. Now you can just go in there and breathe all you want.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. You used to have
so many details that they introduce and they drop. So there's no consistency.
Well, I think people could explain pretty easily because it's getting closer. So both things are getting closer to each other. So that gap isn't as much.
Yeah. Yep.
I would say, hey, that would be an easy explanation. I'm not saying that's what they were thinking, but that would
just go with that
for it. Because it's like these two worlds are collapsing on each other, and it's like, let's
Also, why the fuck have they never mentioned the Abyss before season 5? There has been nothing to even hint at the Abyss.
It also means nothing.
They found the notebook
because they didn't plan it out.
They didn't know it till they.
But also, it's like, so what? It's still the upside down world, just not the upside down world. Like,
it's a shittier version.
Nothing.
Yeah,
it's an explanation that changes absolutely nothing narratively.
I agree.
How we look at 2025 eyes. The Abyss. Okay, yes, they may not have realized to write it in till recently, till the last season, whatever. Why does it matter when they decide to write it in?
Because it shows.
But why does it fucking matter?
Because
they found
because they say they have a plan. And they say they're planning plan this beginning.
Okay,
very clearly shooting.
What's the point?
So look at this. So stop for a second. Let's look at it from 1980s eyes. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have all this eyes backstage. You didn't care. You went and you got entertained.
You know what also happened in the 1980s? A kid could come out as gay and everyone would immediately accept him. You're asking us to view this with 1980s eyes, but then you say, "Oh, it's okay that he came out gay."
Okay, fair enough, Nick. Fair enough. But then let me add to that. And Bat Sauce, you're a veteran, right?
Yeah.
You've seen Battle.
No.
You no. Oh, okay.
Well, that just deflated his entire argument.
Sometimes I know some people in the military who were veterans and they were there. They just never saw battle. I've been in firefights with people on my side. There's a bond there that if someone came out and said, "Yeah, I did this," I wouldn't look at them any differently or be like, "Oh, fuck you," or "Oh, I wouldn't do that."
Well, that's you. That's you. Congratulations for being progressive. Would you like a rainbow medal?
Stop. That's what I mean by trauma bonding. That's supposed to understand what I'm talking about. When you bond with someone over a massive trauma like that,
okay.
Someone comes out as gay.
Like, wait a minute. Are you sure?
Let him finish.
Nobody even says, "Are you sure?" Like they're just like, "Oh my god, yes."
Well, to be honest, I didn't care because I don't think they cared. Well, here's
they were
why.
like, "Okay, you are. We still love you. Let's go
Murray
fucking fight
this dude."
this dude.
Idea who the fuck this kid is.
Murray didn't
never
react.
met this guy in his life.
Murray didn't react.
My ass.
Murray didn't react. He just stood there in the back.
Bad writing.
Which is appropriate.
It's not okay. There was too many people in the room. I didn't expect.
I agree. Agreed.
But
it should have been the kids.
It doesn't matter. The fact is that there's been no signs of anybody being homophobic throughout the entire show. So why, like, the writers have to write that in for us to get the sense that this is something that's actually troubling him. You can't just be like, "Oh no, guys, it's the 80s." The watchers will just assume it's like, well, that's fucking lazy. That's lazy as shit. That's true. And also just cowardly.
We had a coming out scene
uttered in this entire show.
Sure, you could go with that too. But also there was already a coming out scene with Robin the season before. We already saw this.
A lot better.
I think that was done on purpose. That was to gauge people reaction so they could do this. That's what I think.
I disagree because, dude, Robin, no one cared when that happened.
Nobody cared because
nobody cared.
She's also not a big. She doesn't care as a like. Nobody cares for her as a character.
She came out to one person.
Also, literally in the. I'm pretty sure it's the first episode. Will's mother even says, "Oh, he's strange," and all the kids call him.
And Hopper even says it too in the police station.
They even say the F slur. Like they even like imply that they call him gay with the F slur. They imply that, or they say queer. Okay, but still, it's like they do it in the first freaking episode, and it's like, we've known for 10 years. It's not a big
like
deal.
That one scene, I think it's like season 3 or 4, where they try and get together to do a D&D, but they get distracted by their girlfriends. There's kind of like this undercurrent that Will might be gay. So I'm going to try and be fair here and you know say stuff that was there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has a problem with that outcome. It's how it was presented. Was
just,
it's just so where bad. It's where it's presented, and the big thing is that when it's the penultimate of a season of a show that is like been going on for 10 years, everybody's watching it. So it's like, hey, when can we drop this dumb shit that everybody's definitely going to watch? Like that makes it seem like propaganda more than it does for the show.
Okay,
they could have made it a lot more interesting.
Fair enough.
One simple tweak. Vecna could have been using his fear of coming out to his friends and his friends not accepting him.
That's what I say.
As a way to control Will, and Will comes out to his friends as a way to get,
That's what I said earlier.
I feel like they were trying to do that, but they failed miserably. Well, they could have actually set this up and done it well. Like, oh, I'll tell all your friends you're gay. And he obviously has a hot.
Yes,
I'll tell him he has a hot for you. Well, by the way, they never fucking address that. They never fucking really.
No, they should.
Another aspect.
He should have been like. He should have been like Darth Vader choking him, like Vecna, and then like he gets choked back, and then he's like, "But gay," and then chokes him out. Like just
so another big thing, right? Because like the whole thing, and why it would fit very nicely narratively, is the fact that they're growing up and they're becoming more distant. He's becoming more isolated. His best friend is in love with this chick that's probably going to take him away. But then the relationship between him and Elle have just like gone away pretty much.
Yeah, that was dog shit.
Did you see that
again, it takes away that
when they're in the void? Sorry. Okay.
Nick, didn't they? Oh no, I agree with what you said about setting up that whole scene with him and Vecna.
Sorry, I thought I was interrupting. Sorry.
No. I understand I agree with you, but I want to say, didn't in an episode, I think Vecna did say he was going to use the weaknesses against them, and that's what they were referring to. But they didn't. Like you said, they should have done more with it.
Yeah.
Because Vecna did say, "I'll use your weakness." And that's what made Will decide to come out, which I was like, okay, the timing is fine, but too many people, too long.
Everyone has been suspecting Will's been gay this entire series. So
Right.
it's not like...
What do you mean? They
him being
basically said it in season 3. Season 3.
Oh, yeah, there
like I
is
said,
that
they said
scene
it in
between-
season.
But once
1.
again,
There actually is that scene.
no, but
with
Will,
him and with
yeah.
Will and Finn Wolfhard's character.
I
where
just think like
it's
we're
kind
making
of
a
But
mountain
again-
out of a molehill. Like,
again-
who cares?
if you tell someone some guy, I got a secret, you start to drop it, and then the fucking you have to go save the world, you may forget about what the friend told you.
It's like, guys, we got to climb this tower, but it's like, oh, but hey, remember, Will's gay though. Oh, I'm gonna climb faster in case he's chasing my ass.
Yeah.
Also,
Like,
Like,
what are you
I'm
what are
gonna
you
use-
talking about? Like,
Like,
I'll get up this
alcohol.
before he catches me. What are you talking about?
I'm going to use your biggest fear, telling people that you're gay, or I'm a mass murderer and I can murder them.
Well, that or Vecna was like, hey, the reason
Vecna got off on torturing
I'm a flaming
people.
homo as well, and he just like torched people.
Vecna got off on
Like,
torturing
I accepted
people, though.
all the gay, and then he just
Vecna's big thing was to torture people and like just you saw the fucking cruelty in that fucking kid. It was his thing, not to just like, oh, I could just kill people. No, he fucked with.
I mean, if he was gonna kill them, he would have killed them all. Like literally, we could have ended the series at season 2. If really
okay,
if really
can we
that.
talk about? Can we also talk about like how the cave is like his like that's where he doesn't want to go back to because it
It's his
leads to
closet.
that like underground mine shaft where, but it's like
Which is pretty far.
yeah. It's
Can we
very
address
far
one
from
thing about
cave.
that? How the
Also,
fucking
hold on.
dipshit Dustin fit through that hole?
That's a good point.
True.
Holly barely fits in the hole, and she's like this thin. Like this is her waist. This is literally her waist.
No,
How
I think
the
you're
fuck?
talking about. I think you're talking about Derek, fat ass Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
No, delightful Derek,
Yeah.
guys. Delightful Derek.
Hey, you know what? Because whoever was down there sucked on his fat one, all right, and they just pulled him down.
No. I mean, did you see Derek? He was literally cloaked in the power of rainbow. He used the power of
I'll be right back.
of Will's gayness to get through that hole.
He was just like, "Come down here. We can get you. It's fine."
It's
But
like,
if you think about it, so
Holly said,
it's like
Derek,
he
there's
can't go to
Twinkies
the
over
cave.
here. Bloop.
no. So Vecna can't go into the cave that leads to somewhere outside of the cave, but he pushes through that. So maybe obviously it's like it's implying like a chain of events that leads to something he can't deal with. But he's such an awful, terrible person. Like, what kind of awful, terrible person wouldn't be able to just cope with that? Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
like
like,
when they did the
someone
whole thing of like,
you'd just be like, I
Vecna
don't
was
care. I
controlling
did
you.
that.
I don't
It's
care.
not
I like
he
mind
did, he
flare.
did it. He did it when he was a child, and he was happy about it. What are you talking about? It's like he can't go there. It's a terrible memory. He liked it. What are you talking about? That's not a bad memory for him. If anything,
that's
he'd
what-
be
that's-
like, I'm
this is
rushing.
my
I'm rushing
problem
right back
is
here. I'm rushing right back
these-
in. Let's
These
relive
scripts are
it.
so fragmented. You could tell there's so many different ideas that like there's so many different ways they wanted to go with this like that they
And they
just had
didn't
to
pick
master
one.
at the last
They just
minute.
threw. You know how like there's that one scene where Joyce goes, "We throw 2 darts and hope for a bullseye." It feels like that's what they were doing with the season, except there were 10 darts and none of them fucking hit a bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
True.
Like some of
I mean,
them
okay,
might have
so-
gotten like in the red area or close to it, but none
big-
of them hit a bullseye.
A big, huge thing, and this goes into the same thing with the reveal of the void, which is such a useless reveal, but also Vecna being connected to the Upside Down or whatever because of a rock. Can we talk about how much of a they just kind of glazed over that of what the fuck this rock is, and then
They say they give you no.
and then you
apparently
think
what, it's like
you
a
think
stage
about that.
play.
Shut up. And then you think about that, and then Elle's sacrifice, and how she's trying to make sure that this can't happen again. It's like, well, what about that rock that was found in that cave?
Yeah, where did they
Like-
find it?
Yeah,
What is it? What is it? Like, they
Someone
answered
told
the
me
question.
a lot of
Let's
these questions
tell
are in
me
the
what
play.
The abyss.
A lot of these answers are a lot of these questions are answered in that play. I was told.
yeah.
I
we
Oh
haven't
my
seen it.
god, yeah, we need to talk about that because that is like
Yeah,
that
that
is
is
pissing me
insane.
off.
So
I don't
apparently
get it.
there's
Answers. Like,
was,
what?
was Vecna sodomized by the rock?
There is a
that what-
Broadway
that what
play
happened?
called
Vecna
Virtually
is the Rock.
Shadow that literally is the
He
entire
is the
backstory.
sodomizer.
Apparently,
What is
it's
the
related like
backstory,
the
though?
Philadelphia experiment.
yeah, what's
like,
up, Montana? Yeah, the
Does
rock
he just,
player,
does he
like,
just
90%.
rip off a tentacle and drop
That's what I
the,
mean.
the,
So
the,
they
pe-
have
the
like a
people
stage
sodomizer on
play.
him?
Yes.
They have like a stage. Like first of all, like all right. So who the fuck
Why?
is gonna go? I didn't even know this play existed. And I like
at least why can't they just put the stage play on Netflix? Like in the lead up to it, put it on Netflix. It's not that hard, people.
No. You don't switch mediums for essential plot information before the final season. That's fucking insane to me. Like, imagine if you're watching
Star Wars. Like, you're not Star Wars. Different brothers. You're not Kathleen Kennedy.
No, I disagree. It's not even Star Wars, because Star Wars you can watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to. The Clone Wars and stuff, that's all bonus. Imagine you're watching the fucking Godfather, and they're like, "Hey,
are very bad about it." Like,
let me finish.
Okay.
Imagine you're watching the Godfather, and like mid fucking movie, they're like, "Oh, if you wanted to know that important plot information, you gotta watch a fucking play." Fuck you! I'm not watching your play.
I just got tired of like every comment section of theories. Someone eventually like they'd have this theory be like, "Oh, actually, if in this play, it actually disproves it." So it just ruined discourse for this season online, because like everything, like people like there's so like important shit to understanding this is locked behind being Catholic Kennedy is not a flex.
What does the play say The Rock is then? It's just a fragment for the Upside Down.
Yeah,
it's a mediocre wrestler that somehow conned his way into Hollywood.
No. What is the Mind Flayer? Yeah, like, What is The Rock?
That's the thing. They didn't answer. The season 5 was supposed to answer questions.
Why inside of the Mind Flayer when Elle jumps inside of it? Is there a freaking platform that she just lands on inside of the beast?
Because like, they were out of time. You could tell.
They were like, we need to.
You know,
like you're not fighting through the intestines and like craziness. You're just like, oh yeah, here's just we only had enough money for another green screen for you to land on. Like she just lands on dirt inside of a monster.
Well, dude, first of all, there was so much stupid shit because why the fuck? All right, so the last episode, if you really think about it, the last episode we get to the important shit, and it made me realize. Like, the last episode could have been multiple episodes. Like, Montana, she's a friend of mine. We were talking about it. And one of the things that's interesting, right, is they have so much. How much of the shit really in the first 7 episodes, like, truthfully, could be cut in place of it all. I think so, too.
At least 2 episodes of shit you could cut out right off without even thinking hard to have more stuff.
Cut all out. Like, even the collecting of the kids was so pointless.
Dude, why? I'm
stupid. It makes no sense.
An ensemble
why
cast.
Do you have to collect the kids?
We needed not one. No, we needed fucking 12 children. 12 fucking children.
What's the reason?
Talk about a time killer, like a reason to kill time. They're like, wait, it was like they got enough money for a budget of like 13 hours or something, and they were like, shit, we need to make something that's 13 hours. How do we do that? Let's add in 12 hours. Let's add in a bunch of kids who don't matter. Let's do that.
But here's the thing, what you don't realize, the Duffer Brothers are the U.S. military. It's either they spend their budget or they don't get it for the next year.
But here's the problem, though. They could have spent that time more economically on other shit. Also, side note, as someone who's worked with film, you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to work with child actors? You have to make sure their parents are on set.
Yes.
You have to make sure they're doing all this shit. So that means they wrote that. It wasn't like an easy choice. They went out of their way. They went through, you know how much of pain it's going to be to have kids? We're going to have 12 of them. Oh, well, why don't we explain the upside down? We don't have time for that. But you have time for the 12 kids?
12 of them and maybe 4 of them you actually would know their names of. It
enrages me. Also, Vecna. So Vecna, one thing I will give credit
Derek
for,
and then Glasses Girl.
So wait. But they've been they've been planning this since season 1, apparently, according to some people here. Why did they need 12?
They're full of shit.
Why have they been murdering people instead of collecting people to bring the Mind Flayer? What is with this plan?
This plan, like, if you actually break it down, the whole plan makes no fucking sense.
Also season 4, in retrospect, makes no sense. So you needed 4 kids at the quadrants to break open the reality. Like, what was even the point of that? Like what was even the point of season 4? You torture four teenagers, really, and you break open the 4 quadrants. Congratulations. And it does nothing.
Look, I know it's the 80s, so we don't have like Twitter and online media sources and everything. But how does nobody know about, like, I don't know, Hell on Earth opening in a city somewhere? Like, why is nobody like constantly?
Also, we're in the fucking
shots of like press looking around a military quarantine or
also they're allowing the radio station to broadcast. I'm sorry, radio.
None of that would happen.
Farther than Hawkins. what to say that like
it literally spans the
Robin says,
globe.
we're trapped. There's hell. Demogorgons, please come help us.
No, that's hang on.
I agree with that.
They were using coded language. All right, that sounded stupid. I don't defend it anymore.
If Robin said anything bad, they kill the signal and then they come capture. You only get like one shot of it. But
what happened?
I guarantee you, there's people outside of Hawkins that are listening to Squawk.
Dude, remember? You know what? Another thing that bothered me too is like, oh, we need to give everyone an ending, fucking whatever. But you have the 12 kids. But then remember how there was like Hopper had his right hand man, like Powell and the other guy, and they were actually like important parts of the story to the point where Powell took over as sheriff in season 4, and he just like fucks off this season. He's like, you know what? We have the biggest crisis in Hawkins history. I'm out, guys. Where the fuck are the police for any of this?
Okay, so I
can explain that away
the police.
Pretty easily.
That's easily explained. Yeah, easily explained away. The military came in and fucking
job, I'm out.
kicked everybody out. Yeah.
Well, then why didn't we address that?
Away with it. Why do you need to?
Well, we were too busy talking about Will's sexuality for the fucking 18th time.
But no, I'm really asking, why do you need to address it?
Where's the military?
It's a plot hole otherwise.
Where's that guy that Hopper?
Imagine
he figured it out. I figured it out. It's easy for people to figure it out.
Imagine being that actor and going, man, they promoted me. I was in a side right.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I'm now in season 4. I'm the deputy. Oh my god, season 5, the whole town, they must need me more than ever. Yeah, you're not in this season. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's not like the military comes in and he stops being a cop, or they put him in prison, and that'd be a whole different.
He moves to go be a cop somewhere else. Like I didn't sign up for this. I get paid $10,000 a year. I ain't doing this shit. I'm going to another town.
In Hawkins at that time is stuck in Hawkins. There's a quarantine zone, so anybody there, he's there in Hawkins. What is he doing? Just like sticking a thumb up his butt?
I think they gave first responders a chance to get the fuck out. Okay, look, this is.
Oh, but you'll never know.
You're writing so much for the writers.
It's their job.
The thing is like the writers didn't like this sounds like the same thing with The Last Jedi when people were just like, okay, so this is what happened. It wasn't explained in the movie, but what actually happened is these people came around and did all this stuff. It's like, no, you can't write. It's the writer's job to write. It's not the viewer's job to write and try to explain away shit.
As a person who's been at the wrath of Vaughn's red pen, trust me, I know full well.
Yeah, no. You gotta explain shit. But that's the thing is I think they had such an ego after season 4, like, oh, whatever we write is gonna be good. And no one was like, dude. And maybe I'm wrong, but it was also. I think they're dumb. Well, all right. So another thing too that was stupid as hell. Okay, so there were a lot of things. Another thing I want to say, so they would double down on stuff that works, which was to a detriment, because they'd be like, all right, these explaining things scenes, those are nice. Let's do one every 5 fucking minutes. Okay, here's another thing that's like other stuff that works where it's, oh wait, there's some other dumb shit too. Like season 4 was great for the most part. Why first of all, fuck Argyle, worst character in the whole show. But they made Argyle
was literally in the final shot of season 4. He was in Hawkins. So
the long-haired Native American guy.
He's just a pothead.
They got rid of him because he got all ripped. Have you seen there's videos of him? The dude got like jacked for some reason. Like I don't know, maybe he got money and
because he was so pissed off he was in season 5.
Like he doesn't
out of the weights.
He doesn't look like the
well, his character
stoner
sucks.
Dude anymore. Now he's all jacked, and they're like, we can't have this guy in here with all these fucking weak ass looking motherfuckers. We can't have a Chad looking dude. We can't do that. So they were like, we're just gonna kick you out of the show. What I'm curious about, look, because it sounds like most of us didn't like it, other than Darnell. I'm curious to. I'm curious to know why Darnell liked it. Like that's what I'm curious about.
Okay, a lot of things I've said or explain why. I didn't go into nitpicking it. I went into thinking this. Okay, I
literally turned his brain
off. Hold on.
No, I did it. No, I did. I hate that phrase because when people don't nitpick things, they say you turn your brain off. No, my brain is fucking running 24 hours a day. Like, I can't stop it. I went into it, and 10 minutes in, I'm like, I hate this. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I hate this. This is not what I expected. And I said, so I'm like, hey, Darnell, stop. You want this. This is what you usually get. Just settle down. And I said, okay.
Shit, fine, I'll
So
accept the eating
so
shit.
you settled for mediocrity. Is that what you're saying?
I kind of did too.
I
Listen,
wouldn't even
will
call this
say-
mediocre.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it is the best.
If I can
It's
keep
just as
going,
bad
I'll
as Game of
explain it.
Thrones
But
season
if
8.
that's what y'all get to, then fine.
It clears. It is not as bad as the ending of Game of Thrones. It clears that extremely low bar.
Oh
That is
yeah,
the
that's
best
definitely
phrase I
not
will
as
say.
bad as that. Yeah, definitely not.
I still want to hear Darnell's explanation.
Yeah.
Well, I accept the mediocrity. There.
No.
I'll accept it. Look, here's the thing. I went into the finale because you have to understand that the last episode.
Love you, Darnell.
I love y'all guys.
The episode 6 and 7 were
I'll explain if y'all want.
so egregious that by episode 8, I was like, just be good enough. And I thought it was good enough, but
Yeah.
the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, was it?
No.
I don't know.
But Darnell, go. I'll have my.
So okay, yeah, I like I said, I just kind of like, okay, don't expect things to happen. Just watch it and just watch it. Just enjoy it, like you used to do TV. And then I used Game of Thrones as season 8, episode 8 or 6 as the fucking bar. Because I realized I wanted too much out of it, and I'm not the writer of the show. I'm not the director of the show. I'm never gonna be happy if I do that. If I expect things out of it, I'm just just take it for what it is. Don't like it all, but take it. Right?
All right. So, okay, you done? Sorry.
No. It's called like fucking Rambo Wheeler. What the fuck did she? How did she outshoot a whole fucking squad of fucking military? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah. It's got its holes. God damn, it has its holes. I'm not saying it doesn't. I didn't expect anything out of it. I wasn't gonna take the shit they shoveled me, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna.
They should have killed Steve. Sorry.
Yes. That should have happened in the beginning. That should have fucking happened.
He should have died.
If you're gonna tease it, fucking do it. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I liked it. It wasn't Game of Thrones.
All right. This is where I'm at. Right. This is the most popular show in the past like 5 years or so, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting these writers getting paid millions of dollars, and for some reason they're fucking allergic to canon. They can't keep the fucking story straight. They can't just keep track of 4 other seasons. That's it. That's all they had to keep track of. Like how fucking low is the bar to write a semi-competent fucking ending, and you can't do that? Like that's fucking pathetic. Like there's plenty of writers out there that can write a decent ending. I'm not going to accept some like bullshit that you're getting paid millions of dollars to fucking write. Like that's crazy. That's insane. No, you don't get to write for the best show ever, or the most popular show ever.
Yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, it's one of those things. What I liked about Stranger Things prior to this is the more I thought about it, the better it got. This season has the reverse problem. The more I think about it, the less I like it. And
I think we need to. Oh, sorry.
I think one of the main issues, and we'll get to it, like Montana was talking about it earlier, was the military. So things like the military. So the military shows up, they contribute. What the fuck do they even do? Like, so the military. First of all, why are they retards?
It's a military.
They're completely retarded.
Martial law, basically.
No, but they suck at it though. Like they're so stupid.
Military. They suck.
They well in this show, dude. Nancy is just taking out the military. What the fuck happened there? Also, this is like what? This is a town in,
Indiana.
This is a town in Indiana, right? Indiana, come wrong, and fairly red state. I'm supposed to believe that fucking only Nancy has shot a gun. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So like these people in Indiana, and this like redneck
Indiana in the 80s. When like the conservatism was like real, like this is Reagan's Indiana.
Dude, kids were gifted guns when they were like 8-9 years old.
But I'm supposed to believe
hunting.
Younger.
None of them know what a flare gun is.
Like, look at Will in season 1 when he got that rifle. He knew exactly what to do to load that gun.
It's like in their DNA.
He knew what to do. Like, he was 11 years old, and he handles guns better than most people do nowadays.
Why didn't he bring a gun too? Like, okay, I know he has the powers too, but I would also bring a gun because why the fuck not? Why?
Well, it's
why
like
weren't
use
they
your
all
powers
using that?
and
bring a
shoot
gun
at
against
him and
the
be
power of gay.
like stop both of this, stop both of them.
Yeah, like
And,
let's say
hit
never
him with the
use
double
gun.
penetration. Gay people can't resist that.
Like, why can't?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so but like, why didn't every single person use a
Sorry,
gun?
I had to do
And
it.
then Nancy being fuck, what happened to Nancy? She went from like this sweet girl to being just a bitch to everybody. She's an asshole in this season.
Yeah, look
Like-
at Nancy in season 1 versus now. It almost looks like 2 different people.
Girl boss.
Why? Well, which character progression? I don't fault that, but to make her that was dipshit. That was fucking stupid.
They can't have it was supposed to be the preppy girl getting with the nerdy kid. And they ruined that. And
why did they need permission from her to get weapons? Which was stupid, I found.
Because she's
Like-
a
like
boss
Mike.
ass bitch.
Right. Like that was dumb writing. Like, okay, hey sis, can I have a gun? Because you have the most. Not fair. She has a
Also-
flare gun.
Why did they bring a slingshot to a fight against a kaiju? Why
That
the
was
fuck?
that- Okay, one, they weren't planning to fight a kaiju. Two, that's been Dustin. Lucas's thing since season 1. He's a slingshot kid. He
I
fucking,
get that, but
It was a
it's still
throwback to that.
ridiculous.
I mean, they
It's
didn't plan on
stupid.
fighting a kaiju. They didn't.
But
do
yeah,
it.
they were
they
fighting.
didn't
Also,
have to
where the
fight
fuck
a
are the
kaiju.
Demogorgons? Where are the demo bats?
Yeah.
Where are the demo dogs? Where the fuck do they all go?
yeah, I love how they make the comment like, "Oh, this isn't what I expected." When they enter the void, they're like, "Where's the vines and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not do that? Why
They ran out
why
of
did you
budget.
put-
That's
But wait,
that's
but wait, hold
boring
on.
desert."
I think I thought I said the same thing, but then I thought they're in the void, not the upside down. The
Yeah,
void,
cool.
maybe the.
Cool. They
They're
could
the
have made it
abyss.
cooler than the upside down. Not,
Oh, yeah,
not
I
lamer
agree.
than the upside down.
I agree.
Supposedly, the abyss is where all the Demogorgons and the Demobats actually come from. Because remember, the
Oh yeah,
Upside
that's
Down
true. That's true.
was
Yeah.
created. I think like in '83 when 11 sent him there. Also, by
Well,
the way,
I
you
saw
noticed
this one.
in season
I
4.
saw one theory about
Sorry, go
it. Just real quick. I saw one theory, and it could make sense. It's like when I think it was either when when Will enters his mind and kind of shuts him down for a second. He actually kills everything else and only leaves Vecna alive.
Again, that's writing. That's you're doing the job
Yeah,
of the
it's
writer.
not. It's exactly. It's not. It's like it's implied but not shown. So it's like
I don't even think it's
or
implied.
it's well, I mean, not even implied exactly. No, but it's like you have to do that in your head.
still-
but
you
it's
have a
like
choice
more
to
likely
write.
they
fans
ran
have
out
to
of
make
they
up
ran out of
canon
budget.
to
You're-
They
you're a
ran out of
explain
writer.
shitty writing. That is your failure as a writer.
You're a writer, and
Exactly,
you're like,
exactly. I
"Hey,
know, I'm in
this is
agreement
our
with that.
final fight. Maybe we should put the final fight in a cool scene." And then you're like, "Well, I don't know. Do we have any room to write this? Yeah, we've never been here before. We could literally make it anything. Make it a
Make it
desert.
a desert. Yeah, it's so boring.
Let's make it let's
Well, it's
just
like
drive
it's
an hour
the
out of
obvious
LA
it's
and
the
film there.
obvious
We're
green
good.
screen that they use like for Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
what
God.
is that? What is that screen called?
No,
like
the volume
widescreen
they have like a
thing.
giant LCD screens. You know, the
Yeah.
Mandalorian tech.
Yeah, it's like it's clearly that soundstage, but they're like, let's go back to the desert planet, but we'll make different rocks instead of whatever the stuff we use for Star Wars, whatever the
So yeah,
Alderaan, not
there's a reason why
Alderaan.
Darth
Like,
Vader
what's
didn't
the name
show
of
up
that
because the
planet?
abyss was all sand.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been way funnier if it
Well,
just glitched and they're
so-
like, oh, we're using the
Ryan
same
Montana,
thing, and all of a
sorry
sudden
if it
a
was
pod racer
hectic.
goes by.
But yeah, the playback will be available on my channel too.
So the heroes
No.
go up to fight the fucking thing, the kaiju, and they're like, "Okay,
Dude,
one of us has to distract." Nancy Rambo into action. I got this.
Dude,
Like-
she's like
like-
what? She's like 100 pounds.
They
Also-
send her up.
She's really
send her
far.
up first.
You're
They-
about
they
2
have-
miles from that.
They have
thing.
a
How
whole group of
you-
group of people. They got 2 male dudes the same age, if
Male
not older
dudes.
than her, and they males, whatever. Whatever. I'm in California. I speak differently, but
They have
whatever.
one
They
half,
send-
they have Steve, and then they have the other
they send the fucking 115-pound woman up there with a machine gun because apparently she's fucking Rambo. Exactly. It's like,
And then
guy. Also,
What-
did you see
why?
how far she
why
was
would you be the
from
one?
from the mind flare? She was at least like a mile away from that mind flare, shooting that AR-15.
No, they were like
those,
5 miles away from that thing because they could
Those
see it from a
bullets-
distance.
those bullets hit
There's-
the ground
in-
long before.
Oh, here's a good point. Yeah, fact check on that gun because it did look like an AR, which probably means it's M16 or something like that.
Yeah.
which
It was
is
like a
not
Vietnam era
automatic.
M16.
Is
probably.
only
Yeah, it was
first
yeah.
shot. So, correct on that. But yeah, I mean that's minor. No, but what was the plan? They're like, oh, we're gonna go climb the fucking mountain to get on top of.
How did they climb that fast?
But even why did they need to be that high? And then also
Because
gun-
they
the
went
gun-
from the school
wait,
of
let me
Obi-Wan and
finish.
wanted the high ground.
let me. The mind flare was really affected by the bullets of that gun when the Demigorgons didn't feel them.
Dude,
No.
there's so many.
It's like, what is this writing? That was the worst thing ever. And then they're like,
They have time
just-
to plan out
Well,
every little operation.
Okay,
Like
so
even if he was like 5 feet
You
from
can
it,
you can see
and
you can see
shooting at the
that
bullets, it
failing.
barely do anything.
I mean, just in this season alone, I mean, you can see it with 2 episodes behind when what's his name is running with Max. I can't remember his name. What's her
Lucas.
boyfriend's name?
Lucas.
Lucas is
I'll be
running
right
with
back.
Max, and they're trying to get out of there, and he like super kicks a Demigorgon, but none
Yeah.
of the soldiers can do it. Like he just like Superman kicks a Gorgon out of the elevator.
well,
But
I
it's
will say
like-
that was the dog, not the
yeah,
yeah.
it was a dog. Yeah,
Was it? I mean,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like when the
No,
demigod thing.
it was a demidog.
was the
No.
was the demidog. Sure,
Yeah,
but it's like all the
as for the-
soldiers died to them instantly. They
As for the
show up
high
and the
ground-
soldiers die.
yeah. As for high ground, I mean, the whole show. The kids would have died season 1. If you're going to thinking completely logically, so that's for high
Well,
ground
that's why,
thing.
that's
Like
why it would make sense if this whole
I
thing is
agree-
in like this.
I agree with
D&D
with the
session.
plan to force it to
Speaking of
that
season
little, that
one.
little tight spot. Because I
Speaking
mean,
of season
high
one.
ground, it couldn't like fucking stab at him with his shit.
How much time
was
did they have
safe
to
there.
climb up the
Th-
fucking
that
mountain,
yeah,
though?
that was
I mean,
ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That was
It, just,
ridiculous.
it was so out of their
It was a good plan though.
fucking ass. I mean, not really. They're using a flamethrower. What do you need the high ground for with a flamethrower for?
To not get stabbed by the big fucking legs.
And then they
But
go
you
under
guys
water
went
and
under
they-
anyway.
And they force it. You know, that's what the bait was to force it to where it couldn't like use its limbs and shit. I get that part. The timing, the time to climb took forever, which was fucking.
They don't even
They-
know what this thing could do. Like it didn't have any tentacles that could reach
No,
out.
but-
It just
but
was-
based
it
on
was
what they
so
saw-
nonsensical. It would having them go up against that was dumb anyways. It should have been like a
Should have been
D&D
inside.
style
Should have been
fight
inside.
By the way,
with demigorgons.
I need to say this.
I agree.
So when I first saw the giant mind flare, my first thought was, oh wait, did John Peoples produce Stranger Things season 5? I mean, if you get please, if Daniel got the joke, John Peoples like, I want a giant spider in the third act. That story.
Dude, it's so dumb. This whole like, 'cause the more I think about it, I just it's so like the rush, the finale. It was like, hey, let's kind of have the part, in 300 where they're like in the quarry and it comes in and it's killing us. It's like that, but like shittier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
You're back.
But again, like to Bats' point, where it's like this other dimension could be anything. This is where it all comes from. Also, I guess the where the fuck were the bats the entire season?
Yeah, the demo bats.
The ones
Yeah.
that like ripped Eddie apart. Where the fuck were they? I didn't even think about that. I'm like, where the fuck were they? They just fucked off. They were effective. Objectively speaking, they were effective. Also, the Demogorgons, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah, they're just all gone. They're all gone. I mean, they didn't have to make the demigorgons that powerful as they did, and they could have very easily like done something where
Remember
they're
in
like,
season 1, where like
Oh my
one
God, dude.
Demogorgon
Hold on,
terrorized
hold on,
everybody?
hold on. Dude, Bats isn't talking. So what?
yeah, they could have done the thing where like, what is it? There's like an anime called Blood where it's like, yeah, you need to make the thing bleed to kill it, so like bullets don't do as much damage. Like you still kill something with bullets, but you need to use like a melee weapon, right?
Mhm.
They could have done something like that easily, but they didn't.
Yeah, this is just nuts, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's like the shit that they keep. There was like even on this stream alone, we're just throwing like fragments of ideas that are better than what they came, and it's just sad because it's like I was under the impression the Duffer Brothers will deliver, they'll come with something better, and they this is the one time because every other even seasons 2 and 3 people clown on them. We still got something decent, something good.
I think we need to accept that like they're a one-hit wonder with season 1.
No, they weren't, because seasons 2 and 3 were good and 4 was good.
Yeah, they were
3 was 2 was they were starting to show their thing. One was lightning in a bottle. Season 1 is lightning in a bottle.
4. I mean, 4 was good. I like 4.
Yeah.
And honestly, if this was halfway decent, it would have been gone down as a really good show, because 2 out of 3 seasons, or 3 out of 5 seasons. I mean, it's huge. But yeah, then so I guess we talk about the fight between Elle and Vecna.
Oh yeah, that she
It's-
just bursts
it's a
in and
war.
immediately, like no scratches on her, just eviscerates Vecna. He's just a total pussy after being so. He had that one scene in season and like the earlier part of the season where he like goes to the guy's head and like, oh shit, and now he's just a total pussy. What the fuck happened?
That stretchy arm thing, that was doing nothing this season.
Yeah.
And then
His
it's like,
design
of course,
was cooler,
Of
but he
course,
wasn't
Will comes in
imposing.
and stalls him or stuns him. Like that was so obvious, but it was like it was still also done awkwardly, because like I feel like how this wasn't like a D&D battle plan for the ending is beyond me.
Holy shit, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that it should have been
No, it should have been. It should have been like
I thought.
They literally
if-
talked
if-
about hit
if they-
points, like whittling down his hit points.
If they wanted to do like a D&D thing, I thought it would have been cool. Like if they enter the upside down or whatever, they actually kind of became their D&D characters. They became like, oh, I'm a rogue, and all of a sudden
That's
they could
kinda
do rogue
gay.
shit.
yeah.
Well, I mean that sure, that could be gay, whatever, if you wanted to, but it's
But
like
it's not-
if you're gonna
it
go with it,
wasn't
if you're gonna go with a D&D theme, like do that. It's like
double
and
down.
You could
Well, no, it was okay.
you could have just do it. I mean,
It was
like,
so
hey, when we
easy.
enter this another world, you could have explained away a bunch of things. Like, hey, we got superpowers. We all got superpowers. I'm not saying it would have been better. That probably not. It wouldn't have been great. But you could have explained a lot of this shit away.
Elle should have been held up, right? And then look. So what's their classes? Lucas was a fighter. That's super easy to like imitate.
And give
then
him a
you
big
have
ass sword that's on fire. There you
Mike
go.
is a paladin, which is basically just a fighter with some healing or light protection or whatever. He's the leader.
Mhm.
Will is the only one that would kind of be like Dustin's a bard, which is again he's the charisma guy. That's easy enough to do, and he could have done a thing where he
So you're
distracts.
saying Dustin should roll to seduce the mind flare?
Yeah, sure. No, he should have done a distraction, just like Eddie did. Only this time he lives, and then maybe he gets saved or something cool like that. And then the only
Bardic
one that's-
inspiration.
the only one that would be difficult to imitate would be Will, because he's a magic user. But guess who has fucking psychic powers? So it's like, yeah, they could imitate their D&D classes super easily.
Dude, like
It
Will is
would've
also
made
just
sense,
a
right?
gayer,
That
a
probably would've made
gayer,
sense.
lamer version of 11. And this is one of the things I have a problem with is so Will's
Hey, he could have
whole
just been a
character-
bard with magic. Like
Will, and I felt this way since season 3, even back when they first made him gay in season 3 where they hint that he was gay. So you have the first season, he's kidnapped, he's barely in. Second season, we're seeing the ramifications. He's really at the heart of season 2. Like you really feel for Will in season 2.
Yeah.
After he's cured of that stuff, and he's clearly cured of it, season 2, like it is out of his system. They were like, what do we do with them? And I know the actors gave whatever, but it was like, it felt like they were like, he's gay. And his character starts and stops with being gay in season 3 and 4. He's gay and he likes D&D. That's it. And then season 5, they're like, but he also, they realized that he was fucking boring without having the stuff in him. So they were like, aha, we actually didn't get rid of it. And I'm kind of like, bullshit. You definitely did in season 2, but whatever. I'll fly with it. Okay, cool. But one of the things, sorry, he comes out, right? And he's not a victim anymore. All he fucking does is cry in every fucking scene. Like, how many times in the finale alone does he cry?
Dude, I even said that when I was watching along with Hold My DualShock. It's like even at the end when they're all just like talking on the rooftop, they cut to him and he's just sitting there crying like, oh man. It's like you
worst
moved
thing you
on
can
with
do
your
as an
life. Why are
actor.
you still crying? Like
The
what
worst
is
thing you can do
happening?
as an actor is tell the producers you can cry in command. That is the worst thing you can do as an actor.
I mean,
Well,
it can
I'm
work.
wondering how many like
Zoolander.
careers this might have destroyed for these characters or like these actors, because the only
Well,
one
the
I've
actor for
seen
Will is
work-
already doing a watch along podcast on Spotify. He's already announced it.
Well, yeah, but there you go. No, that he's already been he's been ex-nayed from fucking everything. But it's
You
like
know
you
your
got
career is over when you watch along your glory days.
Yeah.
yeah.
You listen, and I think that's kind of cool, but this is the advantage of only watching old shit. Don't you worry about Netflix ruining it. Here's the problem, though, Bobby, is the Stranger Things felt like a return of that's what was the whole thing with the 80s. Is it felt like it was back to that 80s stuff. It was
Spielberg,
like a modern edge, but it was like it felt like the Spielberg, the John Carpenter, all that stuff, and for it to slowly deteriorate is just sad.
Evolved, yeah. Like the only two actors from this that I see maybe moving on is Sadie Sink, like because I think she was really good. The one who played Max.
Yeah, she's already been
she's
Captain Marvel. She's already Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. She like, and hopefully if she gets a good enough role in it, like they say that she might be Jean Grey or whatever. But it's like if so, good luck.
Jean Grey or Mary Jane.
That and the other one who hasn't been announced with anything is the one that played Holly. Like I thought she actually did a good job.
Oh, she did great.
The recast,
Wolfhardt's already been a bunch of stuff.
He was really but I think he's gonna fall off because I'm sorry, he's what character is he gonna play? Just the scared femboy or something? Like get the fuck
like
out
he was
of
in
here.
Ghostbusters and in It. He's typecast. The boy's typecast.
I think he's just typecast because in It he plays a very different character than his character in Stranger Things, and he does great.
A fan? He's started, but if you see him recently, he's getting some bulk to him. He's getting bigger.
No, I think Finn has potential. I just hope that he just has to avoid the typecast.
Him, Sadie Sink, and then the new actress who plays the older version of Holly, like that girl, like she might go on to do something because
all the new kids,
or she might be a scream, like a what do they call them, a
scream
queen, yeah, because like she just yells all the time because she's scared. I'm like, dude, she's gonna get thrown into like maybe It season 2 or Welcome to Derry season 2. Like,
honestly, a couple of the girls, like the more Italian looking girl and the brunette girl, those girls had really good acting too. Like I think the kid actors, they were all very good. I think they all have potential.
I don't think Millie's going to go anywhere. I think
usually they're the worst. Usually
they were all good. That's why
kid actors are the worst. They just suck.
The Duffer Brothers are really good at finding talented child actors, but why the fuck were there so many of them? I hope they all have great careers, but was it worth taking the shot?
I saw a meme. Max graduated high school, but she's been in a coma for the past 2 years.
How did she catch up, everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless, so I do know that some schools will give someone, they'll give them their degree or the diploma.
Oh my god!
Because of a massive, this massive thing happened to you, we'll give it. So yes, that's
so
probably
DEI basically.
Yes, exactly.
I've heard of
benefiting redheads.
I've heard like even in college, like if somebody like commits suicide or something. Well, sorry to say
that's where the movie.
Thank you for saying that on live stream.
That's where Dead Men on Campus, the plot for Dead Men on Campus came from, because some colleges will give you an A if that happens. Yes.
Yeah. No, I said suicide. Have you not seen that?
So this shot
that goes off a building.
Why is it such a bad word to say? Why do people cringe when they hear that fucking word?
No, it's because YouTube. I don't care.
Switch to Rumble. Fuck YouTube.
Good point. All right, this fucking shot is generational, and then people have Discord. But ready? All right, give me your thoughts on this. So I think overall it's cool, but the atmosphere again could be cooler, like Pat said. Yeah. This shot, hang on, that was 3 different shots. This guy doesn't know anything about that was 3 shots.
Wait, just play it on.
No, but I just want to point out that this guy who's tweeting it doesn't know what a fucking shot is.
Yeah, of course.
It's a scene. That shot is gorgeous though. Yeah.
Like, okay, it's great.
Subvert expectations.
How'd you learn to just sand inside of a monster? What the hell is that?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
She did just 3 times in a row.
Yeah. How the fuck did she know there was sand?
Wait,
there?
She just did the exact same move 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Well, she uses her hands of her telekinesis, like she like cut the shit.
It's still stupid.
Yeah,
I know.
Like
see,
even
that
though
is
she
a
used her
cool
hand,
feat.
Like,
That is
like
a
for
cool
example,
creature design.
That's
she
a
could
cool.
use this
Yeah,
to launch
it looks
herself,
cool.
and she could do it like this to cut the vines. Just because she uses her hands or arms, there's different. Like arms move many different ways. You could like cut them very different.
It's just it went off. Like there's
But she
just
lands
so
on
much
a
potential here.
perfectly level sanded area inside of a monster. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why isn't this a struggle? Every time somebody gets eaten by monsters all the time and stuff, and they got to like struggle through and like get through the intestines, and then they beat them from the inside type of deal. Like that happens in a ton of stuff, but you don't land on a perfectly level freaking like sand area. Like this is ridiculous.
And Vecna just fucking plops too. Like he's just a total pussy in this.
Well, he was.
I mean,
when he's connected
he's
to
caught
that,
off guard.
His eyes are flipped up, and he's like he's mentally somewhere else. I get that part.
I think I was holding out hope.
That
for
part's not a problem. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Well,
That's
it's
what I'm holding
explained,
out
but it's
hope
still a choice.
for a lot
It's
of
still
it.
a choice that makes him look weak in the final battle.
I
But I
don't
think-
know. They didn't do for. They've done it the whole series when he's connected like that. His eyes, he goes catatonic. His body's vulnerable.
I get that his eyes are
No, I
like that,
get
but he
that.
doesn't have
They
to
made
flop on the
him
ground.
vulnerable. It's not something
Oh, no, that might be an
threw in the
nitpick.
last episode.
All right, that's fair enough. But I
No,
still think. All right, here's the thing. I still like if someone brought it up to me. It's kind of.
I'm not saying it's a plot hole. I'm saying it's a choice.
Everything's a choice.
Yes, and some are good and some are stupid. That's the point. Like, why make him look like a little bitch right as he's about to do the final fight?
Well, because he looks like a bitch during the whole final fight. Why does he have just convenient
great.
spikes to get impaled on too, just in his lair? Like, what other functions does that have? So he has
cool?
this. So he does this whole kaiju attack. The Demogorgons and but you could tell they were under the restriction. They're like the whole thing started with a single Demogorgon running around Hawkins. Now not a fucking one can be found on their homeland.
And you can't do the excuses like, all the Demogorgons were made for the Hive. We saw the Hive really early on the season, and we saw Demogorgons after that Hive was made. In the Abyss.
Where the fuck were they on paid leave? Where the fuck did they go? Like what?
Who knows?
If he's okay,
Who knows? Well, the
never mind,
Demogorgons, I'm
never
sure
mind,
you
never
have to
mind.
you have to watch another fucking play for the Demogorgon Vacation special. That was stupid. Like that was, and the more I'm thinking about it, because here's the thing: there was stuff I really liked about some of the characters, and I think the epilogue is the best part of the episode. But the road to get there was fucking rough, bro.
Yeah.
Rough. Actually, when we talk
tried.
about the Invincible comic series tomorrow, I felt similarly with Invincible, where Invincible has a really solid ending. But there's a point after issue 100 where it goes the best. Whoa!
Yep,
And then, but it finishes on such a good note that
It does,
you
yeah.
feel all of that stuff.
Hey,
Right.
I got
And
somebody
that's-
from my chat saying, personally, I think they made Vecna go. Oh, can you see mine too? Cool. Right.
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Personally, I think they made Vecna go out like a puss. That was a crap
agree.
last fight. And yeah, I agree as well. Yeah.
Why is Joyce there, the one chopping his head off?
I thought that was nice because it was the mom doing it.
It's full circle. Full circle.
Why was she there? Who
Also,
like,
it
we
was
need
the
Joyce
same.
here?
I mean,
They
she
had to
was the
give her
moral
something to do.
support
She
for
didn't
Will.
do anything for a whole. She didn't do anything for a whole season.
That's the same act she had in season 1. So whatever.
Yeah,
Yes,
I get
full
that.
circle.
Nice pull through. but I
Also,
don't
they
know.
let her drop the F-bomb. He got to drop the F-bomb.
Nice.
You fuck with the wrong family.
That was
How many of them were actually related in that whole group? Like 3 of them?
it was nice seeing Mike actually doing something this episode. That was good again. Jonathan got totally cucked, bro. Like, what happened to this man? He was so season 4 destroyed.
The only thing
Sorry,
he does, he
never
saves
smoke
Steve.
weed. He's
That's
the
it.
best anti-weed PSA because the second he starts smoking weed, his character he loses his girlfriend. He loses his entire anything that's interesting.
He
about his
becomes
character.
useless.
He becomes a useless cuck. Like,
He's so retarded. He moves to New York. Like, who would do that?
Well, to be fair, he's always
he didn't
been
have a communist.
he's always been a film guy, and he moved to New York to go to film school.
And then what's
just
the film that he
saying,
does?
just
It's
saying.
anti-capitalism. It's
Consumer.
with cannibalism.
The consumer.
That's
That fit his character. His character's always been a
I
fucking
like the
liberal.
joke. It's like, wait, so are you saying that he's a future showrunner for Yellow Jackets?
I knew some filmmakers in the 80s, and they wrote that
talk
character
like that,
perfectly
yeah.
well.
I know that's the thing.
Well.
It didn't feel super preachy because what I liked. One thing I will say about the show is, generally speaking, though, I think there were some hits, that roadblocks this season. I think generally speaking, it was fairly balanced in its characters.
Yeah.
However, that being said, there are certain things you could go, oh yeah, this is a bunch of people living in LA. Like, again, no one having guns in fucking middle America. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, what
In
about
the 80s.
I think we have to cover L's
Reaganomics.
You start looking at it, and like, there's way gayer characters than fucking
Will.
than Will. Like, so many other characters are way gayer than him. Like,
Buzz says 10 characters, 5 seasons, only 2 Asians in the entire show. I know they're Asian in the 80s. I know, I was there. Well, were they in Indiana though, Buzz?
Also, I feel like there was
were
more
you
than
let
one
you
black
let out of
family
the
in Hawkins.
were you let out of the camps by then? Like,
Yeah, that
Well,
was.
Wait a minute. There
was
were
the
very
point.
clearly Russians on the Asian part of Russia. There you go. Season 4.
Wait, what
There you
about
go.
no? There was the teacher.
they were
There
like
was-
communists.
Hang on.
Communists unite.
Wait, real
It's
quick.
like, what?
What happened to that? Because the teacher had an Asian girlfriend in season 1. What the fuck happened to her? I guess she just.
Isn't that the same girl he was
Well,
banging in
I mean,
season
the
5?
scientist is getting some ass.
No, I
seriously,
guess
that guy
he
gets
broke up with
around.
the Asian girl. I
Wait,
guess.
I don't
The-
remember, man. It was 9
the
years
chick he
ago.
was with in season 5 was an Asian chick?
No,
I don't
she was a
remember.
She was a white chick. He dumped
Okay.
her, I guess.
Racist. Wait, so are we
Yeah, I
talking
guess
about
so.
L's sacrifice?
Oh yeah, well, let's get into it.
I mean,
It's Schrodinger's sacrifice. She is both alive and dead.
Of course, they're in
depending on whether
Indiana.
or not they want to
No,
They did
let's-
laundry.
let's not even think about that yet. Let's just talk about the fact that she's like, I need to end this by dying. Do the powers continue now that Vecna's dead?
No, I think the point she's making, and again, I think it was poorly executed. I think the reason I liked the ending was because of the epilogue. But
Well,
it's
just
so
not the
poorly,
epilogue
it's
yet.
poorly
Let's-
communicated.
Let's talk
Because-
about
Yeah, no, I'm getting
her
to
reasoning of sacrifice, which
So
I'm
here's what I
still trying to
think.
make sense of.
because it was so poorly communicated. I think it's the idea that, okay, and maybe I'm wrong, but part of me is like, well, maybe Mike they will never be able to have a normal life if they keep having to house 11, who's a government fugitive. But the counter argument to that
Sure.
would be they're all
Sure,
going to
her
be
father,
fugitives.
that's the sheriff, murdered some people in the military. But
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So that doesn't work.
That's-
So that
yeah, no. And you know the upside down or the void or whatever the fuck it's called, that'll never ever potentially ever become a risk again. They'll never
Well,
ever need L ever again.
Callie got
So-
in her head that if she lives, that it'll be they can always open that door back up, and if she
and we're
kills
supposed
herself,
to feel bad
they
that
can't-
Callie's
It's like,
dead.
how did the government
Callie
just
ruined
forgive
Elle's
all
life.
them?
There's no way she lived through this, and if she lived through this, then that's that's even worse writing. It's literally a dimension that just
Wait,
collapsed
who
in on
lived?
itself.
Callie?
Oh,
Well,
Okay, so I
but
don't
no,
know if y'all-
even we can get to that point because that would even.
did y'all
be more
pick up
retarded
that
shit.
the L they were seeing was Callie's vision as she dies?
well,
That was Callie
that's why-
projecting
that's
that
why I made the
to-
joke. I made
Well,
the
they made that
joke
very
when I
obvious
was watching
later
it.
on. Okay,
It was
okay,
like,
okay.
Yeah, they made it
that was
obvious.
literally
But it's
stated.
like, is it?
Okay.
Is it though? And it's like, well, maybe they just did an illusion. And
Well,
it's like,
that
No,
was my
that would
first
make
thought.
less sense.
That was my
There's no
first
way
thought
that she-
because
She
'cause
was
when the van
bleeding
gets
out, was
through-
using her powers like that.
that was my first thought. It was her because when the van gets through and they open the gate, open the door, L's not in there, but no one opened, and Mike was sitting next to her, so L didn't get out while they were driving. My first thought was like, Callie's still alive and she's doing this.
That would be so stupid.
Callie was still alive when
how
when
long
she
had she been
died.
doing this image projection for?
Only,
Exactly,
only like,
like-
like
Like
she
she's
started
just bleeding
projecting
out
at
the
the
whole
end.
time, and she's got this image, and we know that it strains them, and we know that it causes them to bleed more.
And
Well,
she was so strong
also,
that she was able to project like a world ending event.
And part of
No.
part of it.
Here's the other thing.
No. The only part that was Callie was L. The
They
rest
weren't
was still
expecting the
happening.
military to be there with the
The rest was
They
still
weren't expecting
happening.
They
Okay,
were
so
expected to just, like,
there's
come
the
out.
insinuation too when they're like, "Oh yeah, Elle couldn't have done whatever because of the silencing thing." It's like, so wouldn't that also have been affecting her? I don't get it.
Callie was
It's-
all the way
Silencing
back in
thing?
the lab. Callie was all
Yeah.
the way back in,
She was still in the upside down.
So she was doing more visual projection than we ever seen her do ever before.
Okay, I'm gonna connect this to something I fucking hate. The Last Jedi.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Oh my god!
I
Remember
fucking
I
hate
brought up
that
the
so
Last
much.
Jedi before
No.
about
When Luke
Dude,
projected across fucking the
If
galaxy.
you could
Fuck
make us
that.
dislike this episode even more, you just did it. Like,
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Congratulations, you just went full retard. Never go full
You just-
retard.
you just sealed
Sorry,
your
I don't like
argument.
saying that word, but it's fitting.
Yeah, and then it's and then so like,
Darnell
what
might
was-
as well just put on like blackface live right now. What are you doing? Dude? Like,
Oh my god.
so it's like
That's your tell
So
that
we
Darnell
all
don't need
agree.
to BLM.
we all agree it was Elle fighting Vecna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what place to point is she replaced with the illusion?
No.
Probably like after, like it was probably like
When-
the eggs of the
Elle
When they
probably was
actually
like
got
connected to her mental. Like, okay, now do it now.
So she's like,
I'm
hey,
out.
while you're bleeding out here, just chill there.
well,
Uh,
Well, her
also
dad
in the
make
gave
sure-
her
same-
illusion.
Make
Her
sure.
dad
Let's
gave
get
her
this
elaborate
fight. Let's get this fight done quickly.
Well, Callie told her. She said your story is in here, and they probably came with a plan right then and there.
well,
But
in
how
the
did
same
she know,
in-
like, that
in the
she-
same
how-
episode? In the same episode, it shows Vecna break through the illusion, like he can just do it, and so he knows that that's a possibility. But it's like I guess maybe he knows that the other one died, but he doesn't know because the soldiers are the ones that killed him or
Let's-
killed her. Not so. It's like what are you talking about? Like
What?
The
It's
more I
crazy.
think about the logistics of this plan, the less. So okay, so she gets shot. And she's like, "Hey, you're gonna pretend I'm all right." Like, Hopper's not gonna check my corpse, right? He's just gonna because there's a scene cut, right? Like
Yes,
after she's
yes.
dead. So Hopper's not gonna check her. So Eleven's gonna be, she's dead, and he'll just be like, okay, and then they'll leave. And then she's gonna just stay there. Okay, you're gonna bleed out for. It's only
And
gonna take you
Murray's
this
there
long,
the
right?
entire time, by the way.
Correct.
Murray is like at that place the entire day.
On
He's
the
like
roof.
5 feet away from her. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, you're going to take about this long. All right. Let's say the fight will take about this long. We're going to assume that the amount of time it takes you to bleed out is however long the fight takes. We're going to assume it's going to be pretty quick, and that this character we built up for seasons is going to be a total pussy, which he ended up being. We're going to assume that we can find him immediately as soon as we get up there. Keep in mind, there's an entire realm up there, so they walk right up to Vecna. For all they know, they could have been walking around forever. The logistics of this plan for everything to align is so fucking insane.
I
There's no
guarantee
fucking
you put
way.
more thought into it than they did.
Okay, and then also what was I gonna say? Fuck, I'm losing it. Well, I'll come back to it.
Why not just have 11 die in battle?
No, oh, that's what I was gonna say. Why have Elle die? What a stupid decision. We spend 5 seasons, all dedicated to save the girl. Who's the girl? Elle. What happens at the end?
In
of
her
this
and Mike's
fucking
relationship.
They don't save the girl. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And why? Because she's like, oh, I want to sacrifice myself so the government won't come for us, even though you guys have been spending the entire 5 seasons trying to protect me. I'm just gonna say screw that. We're gonna waste all that time.
Well, that's what I think. I think the story Mike told it in was what Al told him what she's gonna do. She's still alive. She made it through, and that's when she pulled him into like the little mind thing. She told him she finally convinced him, you have to let me go. I'm still here.
Again, we're writing
It
fan
makes
fiction
so
to
much-
explain away poor decisions.
I think that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you can think that all you want, but at the end of the day, you're making up story to justify to fill a plot hole.
Yeah, I think that takes such a logic leap to try to have his explanation of that doing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, even so, what's the point? Because then you even got to say, like I said, Hopper killed a bunch of fucking military people.
Yeah, that was shocked to me when I'm like, wow, he really just went full against
Well-
because he's never killed American military people, has he?
Is it out of
I
the
believe
realm?
he would do
Is
that.
it
I would believe he did
is
it,
it-
but you don't do that without repercussions.
is it out of the realm of believability for this shit to go down and the military was like, fuck it, let's say nothing happened. We're gonna fucking turn our tail and walk away.
Why don't you say that?
We didn't do anything.
To be fair, all the people who could potentially report on that crime is dead. The crime scene itself literally does not exist anymore. If a tree falls in the wood and there's nobody there to witness it, did the tree
Because
actually fall?
they all died in the upside down, like the warped area.
Oh,
or
true.
whatever.
And the guy was already rogue, and the soldier was already going rogue. Like,
And
he was
I,
still
I,
better than-
I
still
think I
military
think
there.
I think Linda Hamilton was rogue as well.
But
That's another reason that the government tried to cover it all up.
Why are they not
Well, it's like
still
it
looking
could
for
be
her,
like a
though?
black ops. It could be a black ops thing too, where
They
it's
would-
like, hey,
They would still be looking for her though, with the logic, because they know that they had an illusion. Why would they just be like, oh, we saw her die, so that's it? What about that Cali girl? Like, they'd still be looking for them. So
Okay.
it's just like, so what
Fair
was the
enough.
point of
well,
their
they wouldn't be
sacrifice?
looking
Fair
for them
enough.
if they
The
don't have
sacrifice
access. They
was
don't
so
have.
stupid. It was so
It was dumb. Yeah,
stupid.
it's dumb.
Fair
but they
enough.
try to make it make sense
Every
by
one of those
having
people should have been arrested, at least with
everything
accessory to murder.
disappeared.
Or conspiracy.
Fair enough.
Everything
whatever.
disappeared. Everything
But
disappeared. So
the
it's
epilogue was
like-
only 2 years. They could have pulled back, licked their wounds, and
18
come back
months.
10 years later to find it. 18 months. They could have come like so. We just saw it happen 18 months later. Do we know if they went back and tried 5 years later, 10 years later?
Ronnie.
It may have happened.
going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
they're
this
very
is
clearly
part of
gonna
what
do a
doesn't make
Stranger Things
sense.
in '95. They're very clearly going to do a '90s Stranger Things.
So
In
the
like 5
sonic
years.
blast weapon,
I think so,
he was
too.
like, oh wait, Elle couldn't have used powers then because of being blocked out by the sonic wave, right? Which means that she wouldn't have been able to mentally connect to him. That's what he's thinking, right? But I'm like, but in the same sense, then, well, I guess then the illusions.
Well,
being
then we got to
us.
go to become
Yes.
acoustic engineers to be like, how far away and like what?
The,
Because
the,
like
whole-
she
the
goes
whole
through that door.
the
Wait,
finale
she goes-
wait,
falls
no,
she
apart
was-
when you use
What?
logic.
She was supposed to be walking through that area invisible with those sound things going on.
Well, Callie was the one doing that, so I could see.
no.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
invisible. No. Callie was casting invisibility on her as she
Yeah.
walked into her,
Yes.
but she walked through the sound thing.
Well, Callie also wasn't. Callie wasn't near. Callie wasn't
the
near.
magic.
Though.
It disrupts the caster.
Callie
No, I
was-
get. No, I get.
right.
Callie wasn't. No.
Yeah.
So she's Elle's by the gate. They're saying Callie cast invisibility on Elle as she went through the gate, and then
Mhm.
walked into a secret compartment that they had
so
planned.
convoluted.
It's
it's
so
so-
convoluted.
yeah.
It
Like,
makes
even if we
makes
can't
sense
suss
as
it out,
like
it's convoluted.
a cope. that
I don't know.
Mike came
I had no
up with.
problem with that.
I get that as a cope, but there's no way I think it's legit.
But to end the series on a cope is kind of a weird.
Bullshit.
It's
Weird.
incorporated. It's a
Like I
corporate
was saying
mandated
earlier,
TV.
the series,
They're leaving
the
the door
series
open
ends.
to bring her back
The
in 10
series
years.
ends as like a sitcom ending, where it's like everyone has a happy ending. Everybody does this. Everybody.
I don't
Movies
mind
ended
that.
that way in the 80s. That was
But
the
I
thing
like
they went
that.
for.
I just don't think.
Why can't we just have a Bob Newhart style ending where we all where Will wakes
It's
up?
it's
and realizes
autistic kid playing with
he's
a
in
snow globe.
everything from episode like
Oh,
Will's
God, I
dead.
hate that answer.
Everything from episode 2
St. Elmo's Fire.
everything onward has just been a dream.
The logic
Or
is
even have
whatever
it
the
be a
writers
D&D
want it to be.
campaign. Like imagine.
It's been
imagine-
10
That would've
years.
that would've pissed me off. That would have pissed me off. That would have pissed me off.
It's 10 years to the point like even like Universal made like theme things of where it's all horror based, so it's like a horror fucking based thing, but at the same time let's end it on this happy-go-lucky bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Like I'm sorry, like get out of here with that, where it's like let's just accept this. No, for 10 years you let us on this is a horror thing. It's like
Yeah. No,
see,
horror
I
with
always
a
knew
little
it was-
bit of
I disagree. I knew
whatever
there was
else.
always going to be a happy ending. That felt in character.
well
for Stranger
there's going to
Things.
be I would say I would want it to be a heroic ending. A heroic ending would have been cool to
Bittersweet
conquer
at best.
the-
Bittersweet.
with a horror theme behind it, sure, that
Like,
would have been fine. But
half
no,
the
they
people
ended
are
it
dead,
like a
but we
freaking
move on. They
sitcom,
keep going.
and they ended it
That-
like they ended it just like, we'll have better days. Like get the fuck like the
Oh,
songs
yeah,
and
Mrs.
shit.
Hubbard,
kind of
they
good.
got
Everything was
married. We're
terrible.
setting up their spinoff.
I think that the feel good
Well,
stuff. I like the
Dale
ending.
in the comments says, "Was it horror?" Yeah, to the point where, like I said, even
Horrible.
they added it to the horror nights because they considered it horror. Like, so the general public considered it horror. Yes, was it? Yeah, it was definitely like a weaker version of horror. It was.
Was that the
implied
Defer's fault that the
horror.
public considered it horror? It's not their fault. Maybe they didn't
Yeah,
make
but that
it
horror
intended to be
element-
horror.
Dude,
No, it's that horror
all
element.
this,
But I
all
don't
this
think-
is their fault.
I care that
I
I
mean,
think it was a
there are
retarded
people in season 4 who rise up and we see their arms go around, blood coming from their eyes. There are people getting
Horror
eaten
elements.
by mutant animals.
Yeah,
that have
their
a flower
arms
petal.
get, like-
This is fucking horror. This is fucking horror.
Yeah, there was
I
no
was
like
Vaughn.
horror element.
No, it has
Vaughn.
horror elements. That doesn't make it. There's horror elements in a lot of things that isn't. Also, horror can have happier endings too. I don't know, like the idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Stranger
horror
Things is
like,
always
to be-
mixed.
Okay, so
We
in the
had
80s,
horror
lots of
elements.
things ended with happy endings. It's only been since then that people have been like, I hate happy endings, so everything has a shitty ending, has a bad ending now. They brought it back to the 80s where everything had happy ending.
You could have still done it with a freaking like this could have been a happy ending just in a better version. Like they
I-
could've
listen,
done it.
agreed.
Is
Agreed.
anyone
Agreed.
here going to argue that this was a perfect ending?
No.
Absolutely
No,
not.
but I think
No.
the inherent where I'm going to push back heavily is the idea that it couldn't have been a happy ending or that a sitcom ending was bad for it. I disagree with that totally.
I think a
think-
sitcom ending was terrible. I think what they could have done with it.
I know
is,
that. I'm
like,
saying I just disagree.
I think this is going to go down within like 10 years from now. You're going to look back on something like this and be like, that was a terrible ending to a show that lasted 10 years and you wanted like,
yeah, but I think that
it's
because
almost
I
10
think Elle
years.
should have lived.
Yeah, Dale's right. She did live.
well, she kind of did.
In the shittiest way
Pussy shit answer.
possible.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sorry,
you-
the fucking
what they
writers
did,
pussy shit
they
in
ga-
that.
they gave us they kind of gave us multiple endings at the end there because it's like, did she or did she not? They almost gave us that Sopranos thing where it's just like, hey,
I
let's
think-
just boom.
So
Let's
what's the
I
just
think
point of
what-
not telling
Oh,
anyone?
you're
What's
reminding
the
me
point
of
of not
that.
telling anyone about your
So-
plan?
I'm telling
when Mike
you,
told the other kids at the table, here's the ending I shouldn't be telling you. I think that is what happened.
I think so too.
That is what
Because-
happened.
because
that's
they wanna
fair
make
think-
money.
That's fair to think. I still think it's so beyond stupid. Like
Yeah.
not you guys for thinking that, but
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah. No, I
writers
get what you're
for
saying.
writing that because I'm like, again, what's the point of keeping that a secret? Like you could have told them. Like I would have been way more accepting if it was.
I
Like,
would have told my friends
if-
too. Yeah.
if
well,
at least, like one person, Mike,
they
if
leave
Mike
they
was
leave
like,
it
"Oh,"
open.
and then you
they-
like
they leave-
reveal this, and then she walked in or something like that. That would have been better. But
They-
again,
they leave it
I still
open.
have the logic issues with like the fucking she's bleeding out and casting illusion from fucking like
Yeah.
the Last Jedi. Like what the
How
fuck
many
is
how
that?
many movies though did the characters
they-
get shot, stabbed, or whatever, and they bled out for 35, 40 minutes while everything else happened? It's happened in
The
quite
point
a
is
few
there's
movies,
no
Look,
and
consistency.
people don't
doesn't-
bitch
that
about it in
doesn't
those
There's no
things.
consistency.
So it's
There's no
happened in
consistency.
People
bad
don't,
things.
people don't complain about it in those things, but they complain
But
about
it
it in
wasn't
this.
it wasn't
we
a
do.
10-year event. Like and we absolutely do complain about that.
I'm not saying
also,
you specifically. I'm just
look,
saying
look, no, I'm
in
saying
general.
more like, look, what they left it open for is because at the end, obviously Holly takes over the game, and now so that leaves it open for a spinoff, which also the spinoff leaves, hey, if we have a really bad situation, all of a sudden Elle can come in as a savior, and just be like, ta-da,
they're
magic,
doing
and all of
But
a
if
sudden,
that's
Also-
the case,
also-
why have to
You see that-
fake out death anyway?
Even so, what about like freaking Will? Will's not. He has powers.
Will's getting his butt
He can't-
drilled in New York. Like
There-
you know, Will's in New York at the gate.
Yeah, but like
Well, that
the
was
military's
another
not
time.
going to investigate Will and try to like
There-
pry
there's a
him.
reason he's
just
crying
so
on the roof.
stupid.
It's
It
because
just-
he just got railed by his boyfriend. Like,
Well, this is another thing with Will too. Is
Also, is
his
Will gonna get
character-
AIDS? Like this is
All
during
right,
the
hold
AIDS
on.
era.
They had one time out.
everyone
they never-
has AIDS.
I saw. Is he going to meet? Oh shit! Who's the cannibal?
Jeffrey Dahmer is
Jeffrey
there.
Dahmer.
Well, this is one of the things that I wanted to point out too. Is okay. They never address Are Will's powers still there? Vecna's gone.
That's a spinoff.
Right.
Will Dahmer.
No, oh god! But Will's like, so is the Vecna does he still have powers? Because he was
That's
always
a good
drawing
question,
on
yeah.
Vecna's. Does he deal with withdrawal? The fact that it's gone? Is he glad that it's gone? We don't have time to talk about that.
Hey, what about
I
the
think
Rock?
it's gone because
What about
his
The Rock?
powers.
I think it is too. But
Dwayne Johnson wasn't in this.
Will's powers is always from reverse engineering the connection he had with Vecna. 11's powers come from herself. Like her powers are innate.
Yeah, like they
Will's
activated in her.
Are
Yeah,
basically it's like the crap,
they didn't.
where they're all leeching off that one witch.
No, they had to use like a
basically,
blood
Will was
transfusion.
the only power Will has left is like he makes people's genes go from their waist to their ankles, and then he just consumes.
Wait.
It's crazy.
It's important to note nobody has powers on their own. It all comes
Except
from
11.
No,
yeah, except 11.
no. It came from her mom, like during
it comes from the blood of
The blood,
of
yeah.
Vecna. Yeah, it comes from what's his
It
name?
all
Whatever
comes
his
from
real
that.
name is.
So in that sense, like Will was directly in contact. What about all those other kids? Like they have no idea. So it's like again, you think why would you think the investigation is going to stop because you're gone? Like you have
They
all
didn't
these
say it
other
did
kids.
stop.
No, why would you
by the
sacrifice
logic,
yourself?
all the kids,
What's the logic to
18
trying to
months later, they should all
sacrifice
be in
yourself?
lockdown.
Yeah, wait.
They should,
Well, no,
everyone
because
there.
because you have to understand, Bazo. So 11 knew that when she died, it would be so tragic that there would be a time skip cut where we would explain away everything. Because she talked to the Duffer Brothers, and they said, "Hey, we need a time skip," and they were like. She was like, okay, and then Addie goes, no, but we have to kill you off, otherwise it'll seem
The
me.
only one really crying at 11's death is Millie Bobby Brown, plastic surgeon, because he realizes he can't do any more fillers on her face.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I was sometimes.
Like, how can I make this 22-year-old look fucking 45 more 45? Like Jesus, like
dude, I was there. At first, I was like, "What?" She didn't, and then I was like, "The more shots." There were certain shots where she looked good, and others where I was like, "Oh god."
Yeah.
Oh, you know who's the worst with that was Robin, whatever her name is. Like
Maya Hawke.
She looked haggard as hell, and then on the last episode, like when she goes to the DJ booth again, it's like, oh, you look like probably your age, which is I don't know, 26 or 27, but it's like, oh, you looked normal again. But man, she was looking rough.
I gotta
Jesus. She was looking like she was like 40 or 50 years old in some of those shots.
Nick, hold on.
I gotta head out.
Bye, Buttsauce.
Sign up for RevolutionStudios.com. Project Come On.
See you later, buddy.
I think I properly dissected this and factually proved how trash it is.
Yeah, I really my opinion has changed dramatically. I was feeling
also
so good this morning.
Completely embarrassed you for having such a terrible decision. And
That's us. Destroyed Vaughn with facts and logic.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is your outro.
that was more horrifying than the ending of fucking season.
Dude, hang on, I gotta pull up my AI prompt. I want to see if I still have it saved. No, I closed the app, but it was so I wanted him because he obviously has the short bus and then he has the photo of him like this. So I just did the photo of that. I said make him the short bus and give him a retard helmet. Then they did that and put it in Grok, and then I sent that picture back to Grok and I said now make him dance like he's retarded in a bus that's currently moving and he's flailing around and smiling. And he did that's what they came up with.
I think that the blood changed 11's DNA, which is why she still has her powers.
And what is the plastic surgery explanation?
I think the blood.
Why does her face change?
The blood makes her more powerful than Will, but since Will was the first one taken, like he's the.
But wait. Will was taken after Elle was experimented on for years.
True. Well, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
like
sure.
that whole.
But,
Also,
it's
in the,
they made the whole thing. They made the whole thing about like, oh, I built the tunnels. So he was like, so he built the tunnels from one world to another. But no, all he did was actually build the tunnels underneath, right? Yeah. So what fucking tunnels was like? Why does that fucking matter? If there's just an opposite world. So he built the tunnels for them to get to that. The whole other world is actually going to crash into them anyways. Who gives a shit?
Built the tunnel.
If you're going to build the tunnels,
he remote desktoped it into Will's operating system.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
operated excavator.exe. Like basically, he gave Will like
well, why build the tunnels if you're just gonna crash that reality into the?
I think the tunnels was plan. I think the tunnels were plan B, and crashing the worlds was a plan.
The tunnels was a Venom story idea, basically.
Well, it comes down to what Vaughn
like
was
he
saying
tried
earlier.
merging.
These people
merging.
didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They didn't know. They had
I don't
no
think so.
plan.
I think
they had
none of the other kids were gay enough to tap into the powers like Will did.
So I told us to Mrs. Squiggle a few minutes ago. She said the same thing. They didn't have a. I don't think they had a plan. I said no. I believe they did. I believe they did have a plan. Because and if anybody's been in a fight,
they changed several times.
Things have had to. Like, I think the skeletal part of the plan stayed the same. They have to change details because everybody's a plan to get punched in the face, and in which every plan gets punched in the face, no matter what.
No, I get that.
You got to change the plan,
and you got to change the plan.
The plan stays the same. You got to change the details.
Yeah, right. 100%. You just sometimes got to do better than this.
Look, I'm not saying they're smart. I'm not saying they're intelligent. They did. I think they did the best.
I don't just lay on the
I think they did the best they could with what they had. We're all smarter. Hold on. We're all smarter, and they should have done this. I'm going to refer back to people and then cops.
They did the best they could.
The cops should have done this. The cops should have done that.
$400 million produced this season.
Hold on,
Darnell.
Wait. Everyone says a cop should have done this, should have done that. Hindsight's 2020. Armchair quarterbacking. You're smarter than the person that did it. It's all the time. I think they did the best they could with what they had. I have my opinions of how it should have gone.
Why is it seeing shit?
I have it because hindsight's 2020. How many plans you've had for comics, Vaughn, that you've later realized was shit, but in the moment was the best thing you.
But how many of those have I published?
Pick apart the script. Why didn't somebody in the writer's room say, "Hey, that idea, it's kind of shit"?
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't think it was shit at the time. But Vaughn, I'm glad you said that.
Nobody said
that. Had you had the opportunity to make the comic at the time, I think you would have done it.
Right, of course, but I also wouldn't have been paid millions by Netflix.
You don't. No. You can't say that. Let's say have.
No, they have more. They have more than Marvel movies.
Here's the problem. They have done better.
$400 million.
We have seen this team.
They did before, right?
4 times.
Okay, name me people who have done something amazing, and everything they put out has been amazing.
It didn't have to be amazing.
Okay.
I don't hate this
season. Name me someone who's done one thing, or a group of people, and then everything they've put out has been as good. No one.
Okay, here's the thing: Breaking Bad is amazing from episode 1 to the last episode. We're not picking apart how bad Breaking Bad is.
I think it's subjective. Because I think the show's shit. I think the show's shit.
Writers. They are shit writers, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That is shit.
I hate Breaking Bad. I don't like it.
Why?
Well, that explains everything. Honestly, that explains everything.
I don't like shows.
I think that's more on you than everybody else.
Well, I want to say that earlier. Every complaint all of us have had is a subjective complaint.
But you don't see like
of course
or Better Call Saul. He did it twice. He created 2 perfect shows, and Better Call Saul literally slotted into Breaking Bad perfectly.
So was there no bad episodes at all?
Was
there no bad episodes? Was there any bad episodes?
Oh, sure. There's some episodes.
But wait,
there's not entire bad seasons.
But why was a bad episode put out?
Ended beautifully. Like Better Call Saul didn't ruin Breaking Bad when it ended.
Their worst episode doesn't throw plot holes into everything.
Okay, you're right. But hold on, follow me here.
Dude, the chat is turning.
I don't care the chat. I stand by how I feel. So
all right,
because
I'm going to back to the short bus.
Because the guy had access to the Better Call Saul guy and the Breaking Bad guy, because he had access to all the shit he had, he should have put out no bad episodes. Right?
We're not just talking about a single bad episode. We're talking about bad seasons.
We are.
But you realize like the bad episodes are like a 7.8 out of 10. Like that's
The
bad
worst
To
episode.
you,
episode
And
of
it's
Breaking
to you.
The worst episode
Well,
of
I mean,
Breaking
like, I'm
Bad.
telling you, like, it's
Better
still
Call Saul,
good. It's still
it's
good,
better
but it's
than
like our,
the best
our
Stranger
worst,
Things episode.
the worst episode of some of these shows you're trying to talk about is still better than
My
the
point
best
is,
episode
but-
these have ever done.
But okay, that's subjective. What I'm trying to get you to look at is look at this. Look at this. Hold on, look at this. Your argument was that they have all this money from Netflix that everything should have been good. These shows you mentioned don't have all good episodes. Just because you have access to it means good.
You're doing it.
But they don't have they also don't have the money that Netflix did. So
but they did have money. They had A&E money.
Immediately falls
Had
apart.
A&E money, which is fucking a lot of money.
Remember,
It's nothing
Breaking
like
Bad was on the
Netflix
same
has.
network as The Walking Dead. Okay. I think
Your
we
argument
need to,
falls
like-
apart. Like,
No,
really
it doesn't.
Are there bad episodes? Yeah. Moving the goalpost. Yes, moving the goalpost.
No, what? Okay, I wasn't trying to use that as a metric as like moving a goalpost. What I was trying to get you to see was just because they have the money doesn't mean everything is going to be good. I'm not saying you have to take it. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you have to take it.
Or your penultimate
The difference
episode
here
and
is-
your finale. That's a bad fucking season.
Breaking
I'm
Bad
sorry.
and Better
That's
Call
a bad
Saul.
finale. It's just
Like
bad.
okay, they might have one or
I don't
two
find it's a bad
episodes.
finale. They had bad elements, bad moments. Absolutely, there's things that I think were
These
fucking
Stranger Things
stupid
has bad
choices.
seasons.
But
It has bad seasons. It has a bad finale. Like for example, Game of Thrones. Everyone like you show a person episode Game of Thrones season 1, they will marvel at how good it
5
is.
seasons
And
of
then-
like perfection.
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is y'all use the metric that they have access to money. It shouldn't have been bad. You can't use that as a metric as a base
they can
for
hire
what should have
better
been good at.
writers.
No. Well, they had good writers. They must have good writers if they had four good,
The
they had
money
a
is
ton of
there's
good
no excuse
seasons.
for it being bad. It comes down to them as showrunners.
And I'm trying to connect it back to is I was telling Vaughn, we've all had ideas for shit, for comics or whatever we want to put out. How we had the money and had the chance to put out then and there, we would put it out. It was shit, but we would have done it.
I understand it.
When you have money, you tend to put out a bad product.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. You're
Hold on,
proving our
Darnell,
point. The
Darnell,
Duffer Brothers
Darnell,
are
And you're
shit
saying
writers.
if you had the
Darnell,
money to
you're
do
saying
it, you would just
mistakes
produce
happen.
shit.
Hang on, no, time out. You're missing we're arguing the wrong points.
Hi-
Darnell, what you're saying implicitly by saying that is that you admit that this isn't good.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is hindsight's 2020, and we can sit here and pick it apart till blue in the face, and we're going to.
But
We are
nobody's picking apart about Breaking
Hold on,
Bad or
shut
Better
up. He's
Call Saul.
finishing. He's finishing. What we said?
that we could say it was shit, but at the time it was done, it could have been a good idea.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
You saying that now with time to chew on and digest it.
There is
It'll
going to
be
be no
worse.
10 years later. Oh my God, Stranger Things season 5. We were wrong about it.
Did
It
I
was
say
better.
that? Did I say it's going to happen?
That's what you're implying.
Vaughn is a literal example of what you're just talking about because he went out and said, "Hey, this is good," and then all of a sudden he started actually hearing people talk about it, and now he's saying, "Actually, this is kind of shit." So
He's
chewing
hearing three
chewing
voices.
on it,
Praise on 10 years.
Hold on.
and
It's even worse.
digesting it for like just a couple hours. He was like, "Actually, no, that was terrible." He only had a few hours. You're talking about.
I don't think it's terrible.
years.
I think there's elements of it that are terrible.
Just
But I
wait
went
till
from
the YouTube
loving
does
it-
an hour deep dive video.
I'm proving Darnell wrong in this. Where it's
No,
like,
you're not.
It literally
No, you're
took,
not.
it took you a few hours to realize, hey, actually, there's a lot wrong here. Wait till years happen and everybody points out everything.
Here's
How
something.
many years
Here's
on are we
It's-
from Game
it's
of
gonna
Thrones
be-
ending?
it's
And
gonna be
everyone
so
agrees
much
it's
worse.
bullshit.
this right here is how you're wrong. This whole show has been people talking
Me.
over each other. Three people agreeing to feeling
Goalposts
one way,
have
one
been
person
moved
feeling the
again,
other.
everybody.
No,
We went
no.
from bad seasons to bad episodes, and now we're bad.
You have
I love
side
it.
facts. No side facts.
Goalposts been moved again.
You have a point. You're right. But this show has also been four people talking over each other
Yeah, that's my
and listening to talk, myself included, listening to talk, not listening to listen. All five of us have done that.
hearing you. I'm
I
hearing
heard
you all
you.
right.
I'm listening.
All five of us. No, all five of us have done that. We have.
Yeah,
What I
Darnell,
hear
we've
is
also
Daniel continually moving the goalpost. That's what I'm hearing.
Darnell. It's Darnell.
Whatever.
What the fuck? I generally agree with everything you fucking say because we think alike a lot.
No, I'm saying.
But no, I do
was
think-
correcting him because he called you Daniel. So I just said it's Darnell.
This and look, I'm not knocking Vaughn, but what I'm about to say, but
I need to learn to fucking read, I guess.
Hold on.
This particular episode has had no structure to it. It's 4 of us or 5 of us talking over each other.
No, I agree. I should have done this, but no, I should have done this better. I agree.
No. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying it's easy to stamp out the one voice when there's 4 talking over each other.
We're letting you talk.
Dude, you just interrupted him to say we're letting you talk, Nick.
And I've also said we're listening to talk, not listening to listen.
Yeah, no,
I literally stopped.
Me and myself included.
Hold on. I literally stopped the show earlier to say, hey, tell us what you liked about it.
You did. But listen to the last thing I said. You listening to talk. You're listening to get my point across.
Because it's a
to
conversation.
talk your point. It is, and you can.
I stopped to listen to you though. Like we stopped.
But you listen to let me say.
All right, Darnell, I was on your side.
Terrible.
Darnell, I was on your side, but you keep moving the goalposts, my brother.
How am I moving the goalposts?
You do because I said it. I move.
So you're getting the exact same thing, brother.
All right, well, hold on. All right, so let's talk about this. All right, let's just remove all the behind the scenes stuff. Let's talk about the just the show itself. Okay. Can we agree that this final episode that final conflict with Vecna could have been better, and that it could have been handled like it could have been longer? There should have been more time dedicated to, okay, what does this right side up world look like? What is it? How does the ecosystem work? Where do the Demogorgons fit in? Can we extend the fight? Can we answer some of our questions about the military questions? Can we all agree these are important things?
Yeah.
Okay, now can we agree that there was some stuff that those things are more important than some of the plot points that were added in there? Like, okay, we enjoyed dipshit Derek, whatever. I would have happily thrown him to the wolves in favor of getting those questions answered. Sorry, love you, buddy. I hope your career is long and
he should have never been in it. But
I agree.
I would have removed
that
18
entire
to 20 of those fucking plans that they kept showing us.
Dude, yeah, all of them that go to nothing. How about you start literally if you started the season with like, let's say within the end of episode 1, we get this information, and the other 7 episodes are dedicated to trekking through the Upside Down to up here, and that was the whole season. That would have been a better season.
Agreed. That's what I thought the season was going to be.
But instead they fucked around for 7 episodes.
Yeah.
And they found out.
No, they didn't find out. They did not find out because we don't have.
That's what we're arguing about. They didn't.
So you thought the season was going to be one thing, and you got something else, but you're still happy with it.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been. So I was happy for what I got.
It wasn't as good as it could have been either.
Was it what I wanted? No, but what I got wasn't that bad. So I'm not gonna say it was good.
Even my joke about like, hey, you settled for mediocrity, is that actually correct then? Like,
I guess it could be.
It was a joke, but
I
at
guess
the
it
same
could
time,
be.
it sounds like you settled for mediocrity. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I guess it could be.
I kind of did too. Listen, sometimes you have to accept things for what they are and go, okay, move on.
Hey, look,
I watched it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm probably never gonna watch it again.
That was my other question. That was my other question that I wanted to ask to the panel. Is like, would you ever watch this series again? Would you put this on in the background?
I would.
I'd watch season 1 again. I'd watch season 1.
I've watched
season 1. Well, because the big debate, at least in where my channel's at and everything, or like the people that I hang around with, is like, look, it's like, so season 1 of Stranger Things versus not just the first season, like all of Stranger Things versus just season 1 of Welcome to Derry, because people who have actually watched Welcome to Derry love Welcome to Derry. People who have actually watched it, they're like, hey, all this adds up, everything actually connects, it's pretty cool, like whatever. And they really like that, but it's like, well, you only have 1 season versus now 5.
Yeah,
but
you can't compare the two.
You can't compare it on that, like 1 season versus 5. But it's like season 1 versus season 1. I would say Stranger Things still takes the cake. Like
Yeah.
you know, like
And the
Stranger
other
Things
thing about
season
Welcome to
1.
Derry is it's a spin-off of a
It's
movie.
new.
Exactly. So you have context behind it already. There is things there that do that, plus a book and all this other stuff.
And it connects to the greater Stephen King lore. Like there's a guy from The Shining that shows up.
If you've read the
Give it time, they're gonna fuck that up too. Give it time.
Well, exactly.
They're gonna fuck it up too.
I was like, they could fuck that up. As of now, though, I would still say Stranger Things season 1 beats season 1 of Derry by a small margin. You're looking at like a 9.5 versus like a 9.0.
Okay.
Let me put something else in the mix. So Westworld, okay, Westworld season 1.
Oh, season
amazing.
1 is like perfection. Yeah.
The rest of like season 2 is kind of okay. The rest of it's
trash.
just whatever.
It's trash.
But season 1, season 1 is amazing. How would you compare season 1 of Westworld to like Welcome to Derry and Stranger Things season 1? Because like I feel like Westworld kind of deserves to be in the conversation.
Well, those are different series. They're different series and different concepts. That's why Stranger Things and Derry are easy to compare, because they're both that kind of 80s nostalgia feel.
Okay.
With horror elements, with like, you know, the kids and stuff like that. So they're very similar. They're kind of very they're very succinct to where you can
I agree with your reasoning.
Which one did it better? Westworld.
I was coming at it from
like,
a point of like. Great season 1.
Okay,
that fell off.
I understand people say that, but
you're reading.
That's a subjective thing. And hear me, follow me here.
For me,
no, yes, but just hold on. Listen to what I'm saying, not listen to talk to say I'm wrong. Just listen, okay? That's what phrase meant. To compare different shows, which one's better is a fine thing to do, but like which one did it better? You can't please everybody. You're never going to please everybody. I find Welcome to Derry is not as good as you say it was. It didn't hit what I expected. So to armchair quarterback and go hindsight, say this was shit. It wasn't what you wanted more than it was. It wasn't what I wanted, but it wasn't what you wanted here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're also doing the same. You're doing the same subjective argument that you're claiming we're doing towards you, which is
yes, I am.
All right, let's get back to this.
There's a difference between personal opinion and then also consensus. Like a lot of people
let
say,
him go. Let Vaughn go.
So here's the thing, because I think I let things kind of go off the rails a bit, just let you guys talk, and I think we went a bit too off the rails, much like Stranger Things season 5. Now,
good callback.
No. I think one of the main problems, one of the main talking points that we need to get into with this whole thing, God, I really should cut these up, and I'll have to restructure these better so people don't talk to each other as much. But it's my fault and lack of direction. Going forward, I'll be better about it. But I think another thing I kind of want to touch on that I think it's important. So again, we agree with some of the structural problems. Let's talk about Linda Hamilton, right? Because I was just like, oh shoot, sweet, she's going to be a villain, and then she shows up. I'm like, oh, she's just kind of well, she'll do something cool in the next scene. I'm like, 4 episodes in, maybe, and then she doesn't do anything of value. What a waste.
No, she doesn't. Yes.
The military, again, getting Vecna
literally
and the
a
military
waste of money.
Were both so much more intimidating in season 4. Both of them.
I find they were doing something good the first half of the season with her in the military, but then they just dropped the fucking ball. They were building something in the first half of the season, and then didn't do shit with it.
Yeah, the military made no sense in any of the seasons. Like, I mean, it makes sense in the overall aspect of like, yes, the government would probably start overseeing some bullshit, and you would quarantine this area, but they didn't like expand on the idea of quarantine and the way that it would actually affect an area, because nobody else around them acted like they're quarantined. They just went on with their day. Mm-hmm. They weren't like, oh yeah,
they have one truck giving supplies.
Now I'm gonna legit ask this question. You're looking at it at a now mentality or a back in the 80s where there was not this interconnectivity we have now and cameras everywhere.
But there's a radio station. You know?
There- yeah,
we can.
There is a
nitpick
hole. There are holes. Yes, absolutely.
There are definitely
I'm just
things
saying.
we can pick apart. I think the questions are, I think ultimately, for the story we got, I think part of the problem with Stranger Things 5 is, again, it really felt like the focus was in the wrong places. And then towards the end, they were like, oh, yeah, no, here's what we should focus on. But they didn't have enough. And so, and that's, I think, the biggest problem with this season. It's kind of the problem with the podcast, admittedly. But the difference is I didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars in rewrites to get it. Is the focus of this season, man. It was also Nancy and Jonathan breaking up. Can we talk about that? They're together in real life.
The on proposal.
Still?
They're together in real. I'm pretty sure
they were
together.
still. Wow. Okay.
I think so.
I knew they were. I didn't know they still were.
Are they still?
Well, the show is over. Let's give them 6 months. Maybe they'll break up.
Well, to be fair, Kit Harington and Rose Leslie are still together, and that show ended years ago. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, if you watch Game of Thrones, you watch their scenes, and they have that kind of like fun chemistry.
But wait, you just said the show just ended. Game of Thrones ended years ago, and those couples still together.
Also, she got killed off like seasons beforehand.
Yeah, they're still dating. So this is what I don't understand. So they have a real life love story, and the fucking geniuses behind the show decided to break them up for literally no reason. That is such a beautiful love story. They met on the set of Stranger Things. They're together from beginning to end, and then they break up for what was the reason?
Like there's some malice there.
Honestly, they grew apart. They grew apart seasons ago, and they just kept staying together. Which
they grew apart
a lot of
during
marriages,
the California,
a lot of marriages stay together out of duty around that time.
That's what I love in my Stranger Things show is I love the fucking we have selective realism, like when we have a happy couple that's been together since season 2 and they're together in real life.
Hours.
So weed ruins his relation. That was
also he was a heavy drinker.
I'm not defending the breakup. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
You know what's bad when even Daniel.
I think you're joking, Darnell. I think you agree.
No.
Yeah, good.
I wanted that breakup to happen sooner because it was season 4 when they went to 3 when they were in California. I looked at my wife. I said, "This is not gonna last. It's dysfunctional."
Well, right, but it could have worked. That whole thing. So the couple breaks up, and what? But what if they're gonna break up
sooner?
No. If it happens, okay. And what are they? Shirley should get with. She won't get with Steve. Okay, well then maybe. So we're gonna do the worst possible ending where they don't end up together, and also nothing interesting. But we're still. She's friends with both of her exes and the lesbian, and it's just like, what is this friend group? What the fuck is this friend group?
I like what Dale said.
They should have written it. Oh wait, Nancy and Jonathan fought over gun rights. Oh, but by the way, Nancy would be a Trump supporter. I'm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, the Wheelers are Republican. They voted Reagan, so
yeah.
Well then, look, I don't know.
This is gonna be really dark, but like, part of me kind of wants to see Nancy's reaction to Columbine. Part of me wants like.
I get where he's coming from, just out of curiosity, and her stance on guns.
It's a morbid thought. I'm sorry.
I would have written it but they should have written
I don't get it.
To not make you want to
I don't
not
get it.
Want you.
Is this like one of those like Twitter posts that are like intentionally like badly spelled for engagement?
No. It's just butt sauce.
He need to say not once at a bot mate, not make you want to break them. Why? People break up in real life.
Yeah, if it's done right. But okay, what was the trade-off? So we get the happy couple we've been rooting for since season 2. We could have them rooting for their couples, but I'm going to say it. This is a modern cultural and media thing. Is couples in media and entertainment? We have a hiccup. Let's not fight to stay together. We just got to break it off.
But they fought for a while. Yeah, they fought for a while to stay together, and they just realized, they fought for 1.5
seasons. Wow.
To be fair, a big problem in their relationship is okay, we have these foundational relationship issues, but the world is literally breaking between us. We don't have time for this. And it happens every year. Every time we're about to have a fight, the season finale comes. We got to fix this issue. We got to kill Vecna for the 15th time. We don't have time to work on our issues.
But the thing is,
they had time then.
No, they were a solid couple for the first 3 seasons. Season 4 is when he became a pothead and an irrelevant character.
Well, they didn't actually get together until
Wait, I thought it was
towards
3.
Season 2.
Season 2 they got together. Okay.
Yeah, season 2, yeah.
Yeah, she was still with Steve.
Oh, Buzzsaw's coming in.
That's apples and fucking zebras, man.
Oh my God.
You're telling your friends one thing you think is going to be used against you in the final battle versus the cup.
Can someone make an AI image of Buzzsaw's dunking Darnell?
It doesn't apply there.
Trauma bonding.
You're comparing 2 different things to that, though. Trauma. I think trauma bonding is why they stayed together as long as they did.
Also,
that couple, they were not a couple.
You want to know the most 2025 in the show about the 80s? That the most healthy and realistic couple to come out of the show is a black guy and a ginger.
That wasn't uncommon in the 80s.
Oh, it was. They wasted Max. They fucking wasted Max having a fucking wheelchair doing nothing. That was dog shit.
Oh, yeah. No,
they quite literally
12 goddamn
children. They quite literally crippled her character from season 4 to season 5 because she was the most interesting, and then she that actress got brought out from season 4 and really shined, and everybody all of a sudden that character and that actress became like the vocal point of like everybody's thing about Stranger Things. There's like she really brought out season 4 because how well, like that one scene with that dumbass song.
In the series, the greatest scene in the series is her running to the portal. And then they just milk the hell. They just milk the hell out of it.
I think Eddie played Master Puppets.
That was that's the second best scene.
That's a great scene too, but overall, I think she stole it. Like they did that scene.
Agreed.
They did the Master Puppet scene, and then they did the running up the hill with Max and Sadie Sink, and she just killed it. She fucking owned that scene. She
guys,
like, when you watch that,
Darnell, what man?
Real world. I gotta go. My Mrs. Quigley needs help with the kids. They are not cooperating.
I disagree with you a lot, but I love you.
I want to say something. I grew up in the 80s. I was a 90s kid. I would dig my heels in for things that I maybe wasn't 100% behind just because everyone's against me. I might have done that here tonight.
I respect your passion.
And this is not a dig, Vaughn. This was like a last minute thing. I think a better structured way to discuss it, where there would have been more give on both sides, especially me. Yeah. But I do have to go. The kids, I do have one kid sick with the flu, so I got to go give her a hand. I would love to keep this going, but I got to go deal with this. So you see, there you go, right there.
It was great having you here, Darnell.
It was great. I would love to do this again. Yeah, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys.
See you.
Peace.
I mean, to be fair, like against him in a way, it doesn't help that everybody else didn't like it. You're the one person, so yeah. If you're around 4 or 5 people,
I did like it, and then I was like, wait another minute.
Yeah, and we're not trying to argue against you
for being so passionate.
The more I analyze it, the less I lose. For giving an example, the Chainsaw Man movie, the Reze arc. The more I thought, hang on, this didn't make sense. Oh no, it does. That does make sense. Every time I ask a question about
I was the same with Reze arc too. Actually, when it comes to that, like I was kind of like, that was just kind of.
I loved it. I liked it.
And then when I really, really thought about it, I was like,
it gets better.
I kind of really like it. Like it was a reverse osmosis type of thing where I was like, this is actually really fucking good. Like what the hell?
He's smoking copium. He's smoking copium.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's not good. This
That's the other thing. Like, look, and I think a lot of us probably will agree on this. Whenever we do streams, whenever we're talking about either movies, TV shows, whatever, we're not trying to get you to agree with us. We're just trying to point out what we either like or dislike. And if what we dislike, whatever, possibly triggers something in you, that is like, wait a minute, actually, yeah, that is trash. Or hey, that is awesome. Great. Like maybe you'll come to our side on the agreement. That's fine. That's how arguments work. That's how talking about things work. That's it's simple as that. It's we're not like, hey, my way or the fucking highway over here. That's not how this works. Like we're just talking. That's it. And Darnell, like even if we talked to him for what we're going on almost a little over 2 hours, and he's like, hey, I still liked it. We're not going to change his mind because like what he liked about it resonated with him. Great.
And he's allowed to like it. He's allowed to like it.
And even after talking to him, I still dislike this episode.
Honestly, I've thought about it. Because I wanted to like it more by the end of this, and it's having me
I wanted to too, but it's like I was like, oh, maybe you guys.
I
can
feel
help
like
me
I
out
finished
here.
it just out of inertia. Like I've already spent so much time in this show. I don't hate it. I'm just gonna finish it just for the inertia, just to get it done with.
It's sad too because it's like I'm like, man, like, all right, we got all the all right, fine, we killed Vecna. Okay, now we get to the happy ending. Yay! I like the final note it ends on.
The Dustin graduation scene was great. That was great.
Yeah. And especially when that was a scene that gets better when you think about it because it's exactly what Eddie said he wanted to do.
Yeah,
but
also,
it's like
I like where Steve ended up. That is exactly where Steve would have ended up, in my opinion.
Just a gym or like a random teacher or whatever.
He's a high school coach. He's a high school coach.
But it's like when you think about endings or finales of TV shows that you feel beloved of, right? Like you're just like, dude, I could rewatch this all the time. I can rewatch this. What is this one that you're gonna look at where you're like,
I'm not sure.
No,
I think the last couple scenes
that ending really brings it together for me because it's like something.
It
even
brings
like,
it together.
like
not
How I Met Your Mother. Like how I've been seeing this argument brought up. Like How I Met Your Mother. It's like everybody hated that ending.
Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory had a good ending.
Well, Big Bang. Well, if you like that series, cool. That there's a lot of people who are in this community that do not like it.
You do not like Big Bang Theory, but it did have a good ending. It did tie the show together pretty well.
Well, it's a sitcom ending. It's like a sitcom,
but it's a sitcom.
Like
it's a
comedy.
Sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom comedy. Like,
this is not a fucking sitcom. That's the thing. Where it's like, hey, you gave us a sitcom ending for a not sitcom show. And you want us to just accept it?
It could have sitcom elements, but never sitcom.
Yeah, there's minor points here or there, but it's like this is not a sitcom, and that's where I think a lot of people are divided in. Where it's like, wait a minute, it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it works to a certain point, but does it work for the series?
It's like a horror suspense thriller kind of mashup.
Exactly. It's a sci-fi thriller horror type of thing. And it's like you gave us a sitcom ending. What the fuck is this? Like this is not the show you gave us. You gave us I'm being
like look at the ending of season 1 of Stranger Things.
Like if you have horror in there at all, don't give us sitcom ending. There's horror elements here. There should be
look
some
at the ending for season 1.
That happen.
Season 1 of Stranger Things, I think, is a perfect example of ending well. Okay, so 11 kills the Demogorgon. Essentially, she merges with it. She's gone. Steve and Nancy are together. Will's alive, and he coughs up a slug. To where things are good, but something's not right. He's coughing up slugs. Even in isolation, it's like even if the show would have ended right there, that still would have been a good ending.
Yeah, would have. I think the problem is like 4 was such a high note because like each season was fairly. It's like 2 could have been the ending. 3
was the worst. I like 3, but it was the worst season.
It was you were seeing a decline, right? So 1 was the best, then 2, then 3. 4 we brought it right back up to a season 1 level with potential to surpass it. And for 5 to drop this hard is just kind of crazy. I think that's what bothers me.
It came out of nowhere because like
if we didn't have season 4, if we had gone from season 3 to this, I think it would have been more acceptable.
What's crazy about 5 is not only did it drop, but it's like, hey, we're gonna give you longer episodes. We're gonna give you more. Technically,
Yes,
but
and
it's
like,
like the more
you watch it,
you
like,
gave us, it was like, actually, I want less, which is crazy. Like,
well, you gave them more, but we focused on the wrong shit.
When you watch a show, you want more out of it, sure, of course. But when the more you give us is all the shit we don't want, like you realize, hey, I wanted less of any of this.
I love steak, but I also love it when you trim the fat off and it's just the lean meat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's
well, it's the added shit that just didn't need the whole kidnapping the family thing. Okay, that was another thing. No consequences with that. The fuck was that?
Consequences for the military. Like literally the military is on your ass.
They do
Like
the worst
they conveniently cut. Like what happened 5 minutes after 11 died? We're like,
oh, they
right,
just said you're free to go. Yeah, this, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. This sucks.
Cut to 18 months later, everything's fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't need to see a bunch of court cases and a bunch of bullshit. And it's like, hey, we got it. But
also, like the military just left Hawkins, and now that they're rebuilding, Hopper is police chief again for some reason.
It's the whole episode with the trap where they get the family.
That's what I was saying. It's like it's a sitcom ending where it's like everybody's happy and go lucky. Everything just.
They literally drugged the family. They drugged them.
They drugged them, and it's just nuts. They trauma bonded with the military.
Okay, is that literally just going to be the mean cop out of everything? It's like, what's wrong? Oh, they trauma bonded. So are you saying that Will trauma bonded with Vecna?
Vecna? That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. So the reason that the Demogorgons didn't fight back is they trauma bonded with the main character. It's just
and the reason that 11 died is that Mike didn't trauma bond enough with her.
It is not. And this is sad because I was so satisfied at the ending. The way it starts, I'm a big fan of storybook or of bookends. Like it starts them playing D&D in the basement, ends with them playing D&D in the basement, and he's passing it on to another generation. I'm sappy. I like that stuff. And
that I'm fine with, and I
understand
that's a good way to pass the torch on to the next one. The problem with this series is like because it took 10 years and everything, it's like 3 years from now we're gonna get like a bunch of teenage girls who are actually gonna be in their 20s. Like what are you talking about? Like because none of that's happening. Like,
well, I didn't even see it as a spinoff.
They've already announced the first spinoff.
Dude, what if they like single-handedly fucked over season 5, but they're like, but hey, it could get better. This show is made by sad deranged people, and it's reflected in their art. Jesus, I don't know about that. I just think they fucked it up. I think they dropped.
Also, can we just say, like, Hopper dropping, like, oh, we're gonna go to Montauk or however you say it.
Montauk. Do you know what Project Montauk is?
That was the original name for the show.
I forgot about that.
That was the original name for the show.
That was just an Easter egg. I totally forgot. You're right. I did hear that. It was going to be called Project Montauk.
Yeah. So,
because that's what 11 is.
They're very clearly setting up a spinoff with Hopper and Joy.
Oh shit!
That's happening.
So this isn't even a real ending. Then fuck this. It sucks.
And then 11. It's very clearly like whether or not she's alive or dead depends on if they want to bring her back. If they want her to be dead, she can stay dead. If they want her to come back, she can come back. It is like the most corporate slop ending you could think of. Like,
I changed my mind. This ending fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I went from literally this morning. My exact post was, and I was totally authentic. My exact post was, Stranger Things may have one of the most satisfying endings I've ever seen in a series. I am so beyond happy that it finished strong. I remember watching this season 1 when it came out and telling everyone I knew to watch it. This series will be remembered as a classic. This was what? This was almost 12 hours ago. I'm a different man now.
Dale, here's the thing. They say that now. but then season 1 of the spinoff comes and it fails. What are they gonna do? Oh, 11's coming back. Look, 11's coming back. Here,
Yeah.
that'll boost up the ratings. Or Steve. Oh, look, Steve's coming. Here, member berries.
Yeah, there's no
Please,
way they're not
please.
going to throw member berries. If they can't even.
Yeah.
They're doing member berries. No, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. What's going to happen is it's going to
work again.
It's going or what'll happen is it'll underperform. I was happy about the show because it has a really touching ending, but the road to fucking get there is just a goddamn mess. And
Well,
also,
that's where they
Bobby again has literally never
that's
watched.
where they
Stranger
get that's where
Things.
they get you. Like I said, like I keep saying it. It's a sitcom fucking ending. If you watch sitcom endings, they always have this happy-go-lucky fucking like everyone's doing well, everything's fine. Let's wrap it all up in a tight bow. But it's like that's not the show that we watched for the last 10 years. That's not the show we watched.
I disagree. I think
there's been characters who have died that we kind of like, Bob
one
or
has
whatever
to
his name was.
Also,
like,
Barb.
like,
Justice for Barb.
Barb, like where's all that? It's like no, there's
dude, it was
characters who
never
have
been
literally
major
died.
characters.
They're willing to kill like side people or whatever
exactly.
that you end up liking or whatever. Like shit. I mean, Eddie in season 4, like that's a perfect example. If anything, it's like they're willing to kill that guy, but none of the main characters. Do we need characters to die? Absolutely not. But at the same time, if you're gonna do a show that happens to, I don't know, murk people out, I don't know, have the balls to do it.
All right,
for your
here's the
main
question
character.
then.
They
Here's my
barely
question
kill
for
anyone
Lydia.
off though in Stranger Things. Like
All right,
you mentioned all
I have
these
a
like
question.
minor ass
I have a
characters.
question for you
There's
guys.
never been a major
They-
character death.
Who should have died?
Eddie.
Who should have died?
Eddie was around
in
for
season
one
4.
season. He was introduced in season 4 and
No,
died by the
if
end
they
of
were
season
going to
4.
kill
He was
somebody in
introduced.
season 5,
He was
who should have
introduced.
Well, that's
hold
what
on.
that's
Eddie
what
was
I'm saying.
introduced
They
for the
don't kill any
purpose-
main characters.
They never
kill
have.
any
So I
main
don't know why people were
Okay,
expecting it.
well, let's play this out then. Let's play this question out. If they're going to kill off a main character in season 5, who should have been? And
I
chat, let us
don't-
know, and I want to know
Mike.
No, I don't think. No, I don't care about that at all. I don't think they needed to kill anyone.
Will
off.
should have died.
They
Will
needed to
should have died.
fucking just do a better
Will-
story.
Well,
better story-
Will they can't do it because they had that whole coming out scene. Like they're not.
They
gonna
don't
kill
do that,
the
and they just
new
kill him off anyway.
new introduced gay character. Well,
Yeah, that was when they
even though-
started making it
Even
like a
though we
main
all
thing.
knew he was gay, it would be like they're not going to kill him.
Yeah, even though he's
Like that.
newly gay, even though he's been gay at least
Literally
openly
since season
3.
1, episode 1, because his mom literally called him that. Like, but okay.
Well, I think it was actually Hopper that said it, and then like he repeated it. I can't remember.
Well, she repeated what she's heard, but at the same time, it was very implied in fucking literally the first episode.
and it was implied, and there's like this conversation between Will and Mike where like he says something and like he just doesn't. He goes right up to the line, but doesn't cross it.
That's it's I think that's season 3 where he's like, you don't even like girls. Like he says it. He says that line to him in like I think it's season 3. He's like, you don't even like girls. What the hell? And it was like, so he's already aware
Yeah,
of it.
if you're that
2
close
seasons
friends with
ago,
something,
which
in our
timeline
timeline
is 6 fucking years ago. Like 6 years ago, these characters are saying the thing that he had to come out about. It's like, get the fuck out of here. The only reason they did that scene is pandering. That's it. That's the only reason they did it.
Like, there's ways they
Yeah.
could have made it work within the context of the show, like Vecna, like threatening and be like, "I'll tell everyone you're Seeker," and he tells them that to get them off. Like, there's ways you could have made it work, but they didn't put in that effort, and that's the problem.
Hey, just for any random gay people out there, we all know you're gay. It's fine. You don't got to tell us. You don't got to come out in some
Well, you can.
dramatic
No.
fashion.
Well, it's okay.
It's fine.
Well,
We
no,
already know.
Just do
Or
a
if you just
secret,
say
like
it.
talk about how you and your
You're
boyfriend
not-
are hanging
Again,
out.
to be fair-
You're not hitting on our girlfriends. You're trying to hit on our boy, or like you're not.
You're trying to steal us
Dude,
from
it's
your
like
boyfriend.
again, a
You
couple
get
of my
that?
friends were gay growing up, and it wasn't. But here's the thing: I understand sometimes
Nobody
it may be a
cared.
really difficult thing.
Nobody
But it's also this was
cares.
the '80s, so I'm trying to be charitable. But the fact of the matter is, the pacing, the timing, everything, it just felt off.
The closet communities.
I love how it's
Everything
like-
has to be a fucking community nowadays. Everything in the fucking
That Kanye cameo.
Who the fuck is in the closet? They're literally in our bathrooms half the time. What are you talking about? Like,
are the gays in the room with us right now?
I don't know, but
I was trying to reference Glorious Bastards.
I know. Are they in the room? Are they in the floorboards? No, I know.
Bad sauce is like, Vaughn, I know you gay. Hey, I met Vaughn. He didn't hit on me. I like.
Vaughn is sitting on an industrial concrete vibrator right now.
So,
Vaughn, what's your response to these allegations?
It's fucking fuck you. This is just a normal chair.
Wait, so you're saying you wanna fuck Ronald? Okay, there.
No, I don't. Ronald knows I would never fuck him. Even if I was gay, I still wouldn't fuck Ronald. Fuck.
Oh.
To be fair, that kind of reaction might be elicited by a gay man, but
All right.
I don't know. Sounds kind of gay to me.
It sounds a little gay.
Yeah, I mean, I just overall, man, I went this morning. I was like, wow, it finished strong. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, I didn't. Shit. So
the best way to throw out the allegations is to literally not respond to any of them. Or just
I should have thought about it further, but I just overall, man, like I think the way it ended with the main characters, also, or another thing too, Justin gets invited to this party by this cute chick. Man had learned no riz from Steve, by the way. That was fucking bullshit. He should have been smooth, but I understand modern writers cannot for the life of them. Why did he have more charisma going up to girls at the dance in season 2 than he did when a girl was blatantly?
By the way, that's the girl he asked to dance in that scene. Like literally, she's in that one scene, and they literally brought her back for this one scene.
That's great.
So that he could reject her and complete the story arc. Like, oh, he's such a badass. He's got the hot girl asking him, but he's so cool. He told her no. Oh.
He didn't tell her no though.
Oh, okay. He got cock blocked.
What he just said all the wrong lines. Whereas like, oh, I'm an awkward idiot, or like kind of deal.
And she's still
just because you're awkward and you have movie knowledge, like don't get me wrong, like you can still have massive riz. I don't know.
No, maybe men aren't allowed to have confidence.
Musician and I'm tattooed.
And this is why men today,
I've literally gotten laid by quoting Top Gun. So
no, this is the problem with men today. We're the media today. They literally all of media is teaching men to not have confidence because every male role model has no fucking confidence.
It's not just confidence, but confidence in anything.
Men is toxic.
No. It's not just confidence. It's confidence in whatever you know, whether it's geeky, whether it's fucking masculine type of shit that you do. It's like it doesn't matter. But whatever you're knowledgeable,
I didn't finish, Phoenix.
Hold on. Whatever you're knowledgeable in general. If you come off as like, hey, I know XYZ, like whatever you're knowledgeable in, like I said, like for me, it would be music, guitar, it'd be a bunch of whatever. And it's like, hey, if I show that and I explain that, and you come off as just passionate in whatever you're good at, that becomes your new confidence. That becomes your new fucking thing. So whatever you're passionate about, speak about it passionately, and then you will that oddly attracts people because hey, that shows you have drive, that shows you have spirit, that shows you have something you're aiming for. If you're just lackluster about whatever else that you have on your life, you're like, yeah, I go to work and I just do XYZ and I don't give a shit about it. You just seem like, yeah, I'm just making a paycheck, whatever. Like your job doesn't matter. It's what you're passionate about. Even your hobbies, even if they seem small or minor to you because you're just doing them so meticulously or minorly in your life, accentuate that in the way that you talk about them because obviously you care about them. Show what you care about to other people and watch how people respond to it. Because when you're passionate about it, you'll be so surprised on how people respond to it. Because more than likely they're going to respond with interest instead of neglect. Like they're not going to be like, oh, this guy likes anime. It's like, no, he fucking loves anime. And the way that he talks about it, even if it's something like that, you'd be surprised how many people are like, hey,
no, I agree.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, and if you happen to be like, hey, I'm a plumber, but it's like, dude, if you don't do this, if you don't do the piping right in this, and you have the right 45s, what it doesn't matter what your fucking thing is.
She'll ask
Talk
you to
about
demonstrate laying
it
pipe.
passionately. I mean, don't talk about, hey, how you broke a pipe and all of a sudden a shitter broke on you. Don't talk about that. But it's like, hey, I fixed somebody's plumbing and I made their world better because I fucking did it right. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
talk
why do you
about
think
that
so many
part.
portos?
Talk about
start with
that
plumbers?
part.
But anyway, Mike, fucking worst wingman ever, dude. Like he's like, hey, like first of all, they could have that D&D session any night. Why the fuck couldn't you just say, hey, let's go fuck bitches, get money, then we'll play D&D tomorrow. Oh, for thematic reasons, like I get that you want to so well, we could go out to the party, but let's go back to the thing. Right, but you're not going to leave immediately for college. Why don't you just fucking the next night, just go out? Oh, okay. Like you don't even have to show him at the party. Cool. Just have it cut from that night to the next night they're playing D&D. I don't like that seems like a minor thing, but it's like why it just I don't know. That's a nitpick.
You don't even
That
need
is
to
a
show the
nitpick.
party. You don't
That's
even
a
need to show the
nitpick.
party.
Admittedly, but that pissed me. I'm like, you fucking dick. You just cock block your friend who's about to get pussy. Like Dustin would have been a legend at that party, but instead you fucked him over. That's exactly.
He cock blocked him. He cock blocked
By the way, you guys should
just get
really
money.
check
The
out
guys
my
know what's up.
incredible YouTube channel. Vaughn Coleman. It's just my name. Just go to Vaughn Coleman. Follow me on all socials, baby. But no, yeah, it's
If you want to know how to fuck bitches get money, follow Vaughn Coleman.
Yeah, if
Well-
you ever hear from my channel, because I shared it through his,
Yeah,
'cause
thank
he had
you so much.
he had
And
the
guys-
shared thing. Absolutely follow him. He has a bunch of comic books out there. Go actually go ahead and promote yourself because like maybe you're obviously your audience knows you. My audience might not know you. I got
Yeah.
to meet you out in Vegas. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But to promote it, dude. Go for it.
Thank you. And by the way, check out Cyfax too. It's just check out his channel. You can look him up. He's on all socials.
I
too.
just do dumb stuff. Don't worry about it. Like this guy actually does shit.
So Phenomenova is a superhero story set 20 years after World War III and follows a brand new generation of heroes inspired by those that came before during the war. Follows the son of a veteran who strikes out to become a hero. And issue 3 should be out soon. In her first mission after getting superpowers, our main character tries to stop a heist at a nuclear reactor. And in issue 3, we're finally introducing the title team Phenomenova and seeing the reactor heist play out. So at the end of the stream, I will play a trailer for issue 3. But if you go to my website, RebelOasisStudios.com, you can actually buy the first 2 issues right now. And issue 3 should be out next month. It's just about wrapping up production. So yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man, dude. Like I always like to hear that because it's like, don't get me wrong. We all obviously when we have channels online and everything and whatever, it's like, yeah, we talk or whatever, but there's actually people out there doing the business, and you're out there doing the business. You're actually producing. Yeah, I think you're like even your intro said like you're doing film, you're doing everything. Like you do all this stuff, and it's phenomenal. So it's like if I have an opportunity, like my channel's not all that big and the followers are not all that big, but hey, if I can get you an extra 3 or 4
We
people,
do what we
the
can,
3
my
or 4
friend.
people, the 3 or 5 to people or whatever that I have that follow me, if they'll follow you, hey man, that's awesome because you do good stuff, man. Are you going to MegaCon, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be tabling there. Actually, I'll announce that now. You
have a
I'm
table?
going to be sharing a booth with someone. I don't know if I'm able to say it yet who it is, but yeah, I will be sharing a booth with someone.
You're always welcome up here in Michigan.
All right, yeah, I'm hoping I applied to Motor City Comic Con. Fingers crossed they'll be in there.
Let me know if you get in. I'll help you out on that.
All right, awesome, dude. Sounds good. But yeah, Motor City Comic Con. I'm hoping to get to, but I will be at MegaCon. So if you guys want to get some of my books signed or buy anything, I will be at MegaCon too. But yeah.
Sweet. Me and like I don't know if you know DA Derek Anderson. Like maybe I'll hit him up and be like, hey, if you want to come and promote, like he's a decent sized YouTuber. I think he's like 5,000, whatever. I'm usually on his channel. That's where I kind of got acquainted through, or like I'm a part of his crew, whatever, for the most part. Like most people would probably know me from that. But also I do obviously my own thing. I don't do this. I don't do this full time, like as much as everyone else does. I love it. Like everyone's great. Everyone I've ever met is awesome. But maybe if you got something coming up before MegaCon, maybe I can hit him up and we can get something going for that. And be like, hey, let's get that going for you, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised. There's a lot of people going through a lot of these communities, and there's a lot of communities that are intertwined that also oddly don't know each other, which I find interesting because, like, I feel I know everybody. But it's like I'm like, even if I don't watch everybody,
they don't know me. So,
yeah, well, I just met you. Yes, yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's a good example. But MegaCon is that's going to be one. That's going to be a good one to go to. A lot of people are going to that one. A lot of people go to the Nerdrotic meetups and the Geeks and Gamer Nerdrotic meetup, if you want to call it both. It's usually the Nerdrotic meetup in Vegas. That's where I met you last year. Actually.
Yeah.
And so that's the one I've went to that one for 5 years, and I never went to the MegaCon one, but MegaCon seems to be a new big one that's everyone's talking about. I'm going this year. I'm going to fly out there. I'm in Cali, which everybody hates. And I'm like, hey, you have a right to hate that because I hate being here too. It sucks. But I got a bunch of family. I got to be here. It's all good. But I'm going to Florida. I'm going to be out there for a MegaCon. So people want to meet me, meet Vaughn, meet, I don't know if Phoenix is going, but it's like, hey, man.
I'm literally I'm from Michigan. I'm the other side of the country. So,
I'm literally on the opposite side of the country. I'm in California.
You have more money than I
flying
do.
I got an extra $300 because that's how much it is for round trip. But yes, it's not like I'm not flying first class, but no, I'm gonna make the trip and I want to meet a bunch of people. So if
I'm sure
you guys are also a part of Vaughn's community, you want to meet me, more than likely we'll all be hanging out. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, it was great. And I can't wait for more of that. I think on that note would be a good place to end things off, right? I mean, I already crushed my dreams. I went and going this morning. I went up feeling I'm gonna start the day. The year is starting out strong. Stranger Things is done. I'm like, actually, this sucks. But we got 364 days left in the year.
You got 364 days to make better takes, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we got stuff to look forward to. We got Phenomena with 3. We got the Screecher Volume 1 trade. We got lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm editing some stuff for Nick, so check out Nick's stuff too. Be Express. Yeah. He's on Twitter. You're on everything. Tell everyone where you can find your stuff too. While we just share ours.
I was trying to be polite because you were getting on me for rightly so for arguing stuff. I was trying to hang back a little bit. It's like, oh, he's kind of right. I've been a bit of an a-hole, but anyway, you can find me on Twitter, the Phoenix Press, YouTube. You search the same. I stream video games and I do some talk shows every once in a while. But I'm a comic book person by trade. You might know me from Screecher. I just released a novel called Lost Kingdom. Vaughn is helping me edit Screecher Volume 2.0. And Vaughn, as a person who's read the script, kind of tell him what do you think of Volume 2 so far?
So far, it's pretty good. I think the series has improved. I think this is. I mean, obviously, I'm biased towards it because I have work on it. But you're seeing the story and the characters evolve in new ways, and it's exciting. It's exciting.
It has definitely been made better by your touch. I can say that unequivocally.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, and I'm doing my job.
Nick looks like the guy that the brains behind. Well, that is a compliment. That is a compliment, sir. I will take it.
That is a compliment, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, Bats. I'm not sharing this.
Vaughn's the face. He's the one that distracts all the ladies while the men do all the work.
Thank you. I'll take it. All right, guys. See you. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to play the trailer for Phenomenova issue 3. And actually, I was about to go to bed, but I have another stream going to pop on briefly, and then I'll call it. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Iron Oxide,
hey, thanks for having me on, by the way.
Thanks. I'm glad we finally are.
It was nice
back.
to meet you, Cyphax.
We keep
Nice to
missing
meet
each
you.
other.
You guys are great. You guys are great.
I'm going to do a hard out and check out the trailer for Phenomenova issue 3. Join my email list on my website and check out the first 2 issues. Peace.
We call ourselves Phenomenova. Yesterday, the Stormbearers, a deadly group of mercenaries, took control of a nuclear reactor. Before we arrived on the scene, Galvanite, a superpowered teenage boy, attempted to stop them. He failed. His story ended there that day. Ours began shortly after. Today, I sift through the memories of that day. I will put the pieces together, and we will bring those responsible to justice.